where wiser men...
More subs! Let's go! 1 minute left on the hype train. Welcome everybody to STFC Briefings. We are live on Twitch and on Discord. Please go to Twitch, keep the numbers up, give me the numbers that we need. Welcome everybody. Simon says you are a beautiful, beautiful human being with those 5 gifted. Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. Your kindness is absolutely incredible. This will be amazing. Yes, Flossie, I will add that in. It's one of our songs. We do have an album that we'll be releasing at a certain time to get the rest of the songs in because we have loads of stuff to get in there. While we're on the hype train, let's finish level 5. 5 subs to go, 2.3k bits. Thank you so much. But on the panel, I'm not on my own. I haven't seen Sniper in a while, which freaks me out. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, I'm going to hope that he's okay. Right, that's the most important thing. We do have community mod to the stars and a friend of everybody, whether they're good, they're very good, or very evil. We do have NetNiv. Beans, yes, Beans.
Hello there.
NetNiv, hello there. NetNiv's in the house. Go to the community mod. A lovely little update on it. It gives you, like a page that gives you a picture you can put on. It's cute. I mean, it's great. Great update. Absolutely superb in every way possible. And we do have Mark Darko, who is You Are Cursed. Flossie's right. We do have Shockwave Prime with a Shockwave Prime corner, which is probably going to be stolen by Quasel because Quasel's got his own corner now. There's too many corners. We've only got 2 corners left. Albatron is here. We do have Beached Whale. And, of course, the legend of the Mike Knight himself, MJ Hat, is here. The LA Knight of the STFC. It's going to be quite exciting because we've got loads to talk about as we got the hype train going. We are on hopefully to finish a level 5. 10 stream streak there by Lady Command. 5 subs to go. We do have Amiga J with cheered, and we have 30 stream streak by Simon Says, 5 stream streak by Tsuma. Everyone is doing that. Quasel with a 30 stream streak, not to be beaten. Keep a corner for V-neck. Kelrick says, Jumbardo says, posture check. Okay, I'm sitting as straight as I can. It's going to be quite good and quite exciting. The thing that I don't think a lot of people have spoken about, which I'm intrigued about, is... Oh, yeah, George is here. We do want to know how people are coping with the Academy Loop. I think the Academy Loop, no one's really had a discussion about where, it's been going. We know as well that G6s in particular have struggled. So I'm assuming from 61 to 70 are having a major issue in trying to kill hostiles high enough. Jagnak says that I'm barely doing it. Will BME only level 49 there, which is not there yet, but that's fine, buddy, because I'm hoping the mid-ops level we will talk about as well is somewhere where you can enjoy, and hopefully you can take some, specific gems of information here that some of our experienced players can tell you and help you in your journey as you work your way up to hell. G7. Which is what we're trying to get to. 5 subs, 50 seconds left as the hype train keeps going. Officially 61 plus, but feels like 71 plus in reality. Yes, Grim Scott, it feels to me like 71s. Okay, caveat, 71s with a vengeance onwards are fine. 71s without a vengeance are struggling. So anyone without a vengeance, 71 plus. I think that's the main thing. Before you jump in, Quasel, we only got 25 seconds left on the hype train. If anybody wishes to go for it, that'd be amazing. If not, that's great. Do it. It goes for ambitious about autism charity this month. That'd be really great if we can get there. That'd be amazing. 10 seconds left. 5 subs to go. Let's read a bit of it. Jim P.I. says, I have a level 61 that's doing great, but he's an outlier on everything. Very powerful for his ops. Everyone else is struggling. Wow, Simon says... I love you. And Humble C. Oh, both of you. Send us into double 5s. A massive 10. Continue the dream going. Quasel. Shall we have a laugh, everybody? Quasel is about to have a chat. You know what happens when we go to Quasel's Corner? We always have a video. Let's transition to Quasel's Corner.
Captain, STFC cheat sheet is here.
On screen. Why is it green?
Who knows?
No one knows why it's green, sadly, which I think is quite funny, which is amazing. Yeah, Simon, Humble C, absolutely brilliant. I might interrupt you if the hype train gets close. So, Quasel, the G6s. Now, Jim P.I. says there is one outlier, 61, that seems to be doing well. But I think if you're 61 and you're hitting 61s, you should be fine, right? Does the math tell us that's fine?
For a lot of players, it seems to be. That's the only G6 player I've seen that have said, like, yeah, it works for me. So if they have, like, a maxed epic or something like that and a good account,
yes,
it seems they can do it because the scaling kind of helps them because they kind of hit a level appropriate target. And if they kill a few of them, they're getting enough loot out of it.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing enough, but 62, 63 struggle. As we move up the ranks and we're getting close to Netniv. Netniv, have you tried the loop? You are an op 67?
Yeah, I'm 67. I haven't actually tried the loop yet, no. I did do the missions, but that's about it. And I've done a dual wave, which I didn't enjoy the dual wave, but
oh, interesting.
That's as far as I go.
Okay. Dual wave, what level, interestingly?
I think it was a 66 with my 71.
Yeah.
71 player.
Yeah, okay. So that's interesting. Sorry, a level 66 with a 71 player. Interesting. So he's holding quite a lot of that. Tibbs, welcome in, my friend. Absolutely wonderful streamer. Probably one of the best in the world at what he does. And he's in my top 500 streamers of STFC. He says, I'm holding my EU account at op 65 because the sharp jump in Academy Refinery going to 66. Interesting. That's good feedback there. As we work our way up the levels from 67 all the way up to MJ Hat, who's 68. MJ Hat, hostiles-wise, how are you doing at your G6?
Honestly,
yeah,
I am still yet to get a full pull, but to be honest, this loop felt so disheartening that I haven't really engaged probably as much as I should have. You know,
interesting.
If it wasn't so much, it feels like I'm grinding for an hour. And then, I have a 10th of what I need. So it's not, you know what I mean? It just, I can't really, what's the point? You know, if I can't get there.
Yeah.
And this is with the building, mind you.
And your building level is
awful. My building level is 30.
30 and still at 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you hitting hostiles-wise? Which level is that?
62s. 63s, I can kill 1 to 2 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And also, some people are saying that Crazy brings up a good point. He says, honestly, Nigel, there's so much chatter about bug issues, game performance, and people quitting that no one in my group is really talking about new loop. I understand that. We will do that. Ostis says, just suck less, MJ, which is interesting to get to. Netniv, when you were doing the dual wave, what level hostiles were you hitting that you were comfortable of hitting for your level? Because you're quite good at your level, I think.
I just went around hitting everything. I don't think I crewed properly for it. I did dive in wave 3. I think it was towards the end of wave 3.
That's not too bad on a 66.
Yeah, I didn't really crew for it properly either. I just put my normal sort of crews that I went in with, so I could probably have done this slightly better. One thing I didn't do was I didn't hit one of the drones to get the hypothermic decay buff.
Yes.
I left that for these. I left that for the 66 because sorry, my 71, so that he could have that.
Yeah, but remember, Netniv,
I did have a question about that.
Yeah.
If you
only need to hit one.
My ignorance is you only need to hit it once, right?
You hit
So I could have
one.
gone for the other one.
Yeah. So Quasel, explain.
Yeah, it's very easy. If you hit one, to get a buff on both of your ships. So each player can hit one, and then you both have the buff. Or you kind of split it up and let go one through, and one player takes it. And as you can kill some of that anyway, so that depends on how you kind of distribute the wave between you two.
That's what I thought, and I need to have a word with my 71 because he hit both of them. I left one go because I was like, well, I'm almost dead anyway. I'm not bothered getting the thing. And I'll let it go to the center, so you get an extra, it's only an extra couple of points, but it's more health. And it could have helped. But instead he hit both of them. So I was like, oh no, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, so the key to the wave is, in very simple terms, before we get on to performance and all that, the key thing to the wave is you hit your if you're in the 70, you hit your 71s and 72s first. Then the last thing you hit is the Venali Raal ones. And then in wave 2, each player hits one of the survey ships to get the buff for both ships in their ships. Then you kill the 71, 72s. You kill the normal ships first, the Venali Raal last. The reason you leave them last is then when you get to wave 3 and then you hit your survey ships each, so you both have double the buffs now, is so that in wave 4, as you hit your final set of ships, you leave the Venali Raal to the very end, and if you don't technically need to hit them all to win the whole thing, right? So that's the tactic right now, in simple terms, and I hope that explains it to people. What do you think, Quasel?
The trick can be, look at it that way. Go and make the normal hostiles and see what you can hit.
Yes.
So like, what's the biggest target you can hit? And that kind of gives you an idea what target you can hit in the waves. Because a 66 wave starts with 66 hostiles and goes up in the last wave to 68 hostiles.
Yeah.
So
a 66 duo. So a 66 duo is designed
66 duo
for...
starts at 66.
Yeah.
Has then in the second wave, half of it is 66, 67s. In the third wave, you have only 67s, and the last wave are 68s. So the way I have played it with a partner on 70s is I can kill 72s because I would need to kill 72s at the end, but he can kill them. And I have 2 ships that can kill 71s because the cube works pretty well, a max cube in the wave. So I killed until wave 3. Normally we split everything in there. And the last wave, I took all Venari Raals because I had enough hull left, and he only needed to kill about 6 72s.
Yeah.
And wave is done.
That's amazing because Humble...
That's another strategy.
Yeah, Humble the Seas come up with a great tactic as well. At wave 2, only hit one of the 2 repair ships, let the other one go through. But Humble, if you don't have anything to repair, why doesn't the other player take the other one? That's just a genuine question. Wave 3, whoever's taking the battleship hits the repair ships. Very good tactic. In wave 3... so after wave 2, wave 3, after hitting the repair ship, focus battleships immediately while you have the buff, because the buff doesn't last long, does it, Quasel? It's like very short. Something like how long?
That's why wave 3 is.
Yeah.
I think it's a minute-ish.
Yeah.
I need to look at it because we didn't keep track of it. the buff is only needed for combat drones. That's why he's talking about battleships and explorers. But in the wave 3, everything is a combat drone. So in wave 3, you need the buff.
Yes, and Humble says it heals plus 4 points, and the debuff only works against battleships. There aren't enough battleships in Wave 2 to matter, which is what Humble says. But he
No,
also
that's incorrect. The debuff works against all combat drones.
all combat drones.
So what the
Okay.
debuff does, or the buff from the healing drone is, it gives you hypothermic stabilizer against combat drones, or like against the APEC, the Starfleet hostiles. So what that means is, without it, you're taking each hostile the hypothermic decay damage, and that's why you need it, because you can't kill more than a few if you don't take care of it. The
Yeah.
Venareal just have a higher amount, like they have then 10% of hypothermic decay, and the stabilizer doesn't help against them because the Venareal are of a different faction. That's
Okay.
missed easily,
Yeah, interesting. So
and that's
there's a little bit of misunderstanding there. We just need to do that and figure out. Yes, John Deere, beans. Sort of Ricard Humble says that he managed to do it with an up 71 and 72 at the same time. Ricardo says it's disheartening to hear MJ had said with building 30 still struggling. I assume 20 plus would make the loop worth it. Yes and no. There are tactics as well, so we're hopefully going to help MJ Hat understand or crew differently, or give him some advice, and hopefully he can go and try it on his stream. You can go and watch him attempting those ideas as well, because I think that there is a way around it. Because I believe that all the building does, Quasel, am I right or wrong, in that it just gives you more hull, basically, in a sort of roundabout
shield
sense.
and hull.
Yes.
Because it's about, the problem is you need to mitigate enough damage to not lose your shields, kinda ish.
Okay.
Because then you can prevent a lot of the damage, and you need them to kill them quick enough, because they are kind of like glass cannons, doing a lot of damage, but in comparison, low hit points.
Yeah, true. And Dominus, you said, I'm so glad I skipped engaging dual waves. What an epic headache for horrible rewards. I will tell you, though, and Dominus, I did the 370s with a person just asked me out of the blue, who's an Op 71 and I'm a 72. And the rewards were actually, they're holding me on for quite a while. And I think, do you know what? I get my one pull of Academy Doctor if my luck is on me that day, or or I get Officer XP, which seems to be the only two choices, and never seem to get any rares. Sandra says that when players are not roughly in the same power level, we had quite good success in the last round where weaker players, i.e. her, hit the Venari Ral, which are much lower level but take more hull from the entity, while a stronger player killed the drones that the weaker player could not. Sandra, I assume it comes from that YouTube channel that you secretly put the waves in that you and Ferry do, which is very, very good to see, because that's really helpful for people as well. And Dominus says, hopefully in part 2, they make these dual waves easy to add to solo, so I don't have to try and find someone to run them. Yeah, that's Task Force Scorpio. Scorpio's got the same issue. He says, finding a challenge to find a second on my server. Most players are not participating, so I do a lot of them solo, but I can only complete wave 2. I think even if you get a lower player Task Force Scorpio, it might be worth going one level lower and doing what you can. I don't want people to miss out on it, because I do believe that hopefully they'll look at the data and they'll do something about, the fact that, you pull Officer XP. Yeah, go ahead, Quasel.
They know it. They know that people struggle. If they're going to do something about it or not, or if they're expecting it to be or not, that I can tell you. I can tell you the message has been received.
Brilliant.
And, I would suggest find a partner.
Yeah.
You will.
But what if no one likes you,
that.
Quasel? What if you're in a server where, like everyone looks at NetNiv and going, ugh, do I have to?
Yeah, but most of the time, even if almost the whole server doesn't like you, there's always the one odd person that sides with you.
Yeah, that's true. Mufasa is here, ladies and gentlemen, the legend of G3, which is fantastic to have you. Welcome, buddy. That's true. Finding a partner is the major issue for a lot of players, and that's Eamon O'Heil Jen says, or Oh hi Jen, if you want to say the normal, non-exciting version. And then they should, Quasel, I hope you guys pass feedback on, really should remove that Officer XP. It's gotta go. Like, please, just take it out of there.
Yeah.
It's just, I'd rather we just...
Officer XP has been brought up
Oh,
and heard.
brilliant.
The difficulty has been brought up. Especially the scaling and like
Superb.
this catch-22 that people can barely start the loop, and without starting a loop they can do the dual waves because that's the sourcing of the directives, and they can get their building up. So it's like kind of there is no amount of engagement that really can help them, because to grind the hostiles you need the token. The tokens are limited.
Yes.
So if you can't kill a lot of those hostiles, you're kind of stuck, and nobody expects you to kill 1,000 of those hostiles.
Yeah, exactly. Which is some of the numbers. Quasel, tell me if I'm right and wrong. Some of the numbers for the G6s is like 1,000 plus, like something insane.
Yeah.
Is that right, or am I just exaggerating this one?
No, sadly, that's exactly what we're looking at, because I posted the link to the sheet anyway.
Yeah.
But look at MJ, because that's a good example. He's 68.
Yes.
So he needs to get for the single chest pull 24,000 loot.
Okay, so and how many?
In his case,
yeah. How many?
He can kill, I think, what did you say? 62s.
What was that, MJ? 60s?
Correct.
Yeah. So you need
how many? If you look at the loot table, a 62 hostile drops 20.
Oh my god.
So assuming he has 100% loot bonus because, he has Sloan and he has Syndicate
Correct.
XP at level 47, that's 40
Correct.
loot he gets. And assume he can't use any loot stuff because he needs everything to kill those hostiles. He would need to kill 600 hostiles for a single pull chest, and that would be needed to be killed every day.
Oh my god.
600.
662.
Which is why it's disheartening. Right there.
And the building's not even going to make so 1,000 is an exaggeration, thank God. 600.
Yeah, but come on.
600 sounds horrendous.
He
so
has
basically,
the building now.
Yeah.
Now imagine a player that doesn't have the building and can't kill even 62s at his level because he might not be able to spend on it, and they might only be killed to the 61s. And the 61s are a little bit of an outlier because they only give 5 loot. With all the others, it's just always double the loot. So then he would need to kill 2,400 hostiles.
Yeah, exactly. Shockwave Prime, you want to jump in with a thought here?
Yeah, I think one of the things that they need to look at too, because you were mentioning taking the Officer XP out of the gotcha chest for the command pulls. I fully agree with that, by the way. I think one thing that they need to re-examine too is exactly how much one duo wave run actually has an impact on the current economy.
Yeah.
Because I think when you break it down, the simulation codes at this point are 1,400 codes to start one, and I think you get that every 10 days, if I'm not mistaken. I could be a little wrong. I think that what they need to do is shorten that up a little bit and probably do what they did, because by comparison, the elite duo waves with the ciphers were far more valuable than what these at least appear to be. So I think one of the things that you need to look at, or what they need to look at, is shortening up the time that it takes to get one full active duo wave, the 1,400 simulation codes.
Yes.
Compared to 2 weeks or whatever it translates to be. And like I said, I could be wrong because I think it's different for each player. But that's one thing that I think they need to definitely look at, is because one duo wave, if you were to beat it, doesn't affect the economy nearly as much as what I think they're thinking every 2 weeks worth to run one of these is going to be. So I think maybe if they shorten that to every 3 or 4 days, that would also help these players be able to progress a little bit better. Maybe someone, like an MJ Hat can team up with a higher level 66, 67,
Yeah.
get the engineering credits and be able to pull the class honors. And I think that would be a plus and a win for that particular scenario.
It is
Chocolate
an idea.
Prime, you're missing one part.
Yeah. Go
They
on.
can't even get besides the gift at the beginning, they can't even get the starts because they can't even get a single
Yeah.
pull. They
Yeah,
can't
good
start
point.
all
Yeah,
of it.
they can't even.
They're stuck.
Yeah,
However, Tibbs, the genius, well, not a genius.
it's a good point.
Tibbs come up for a very good point, and I wonder if we did the maths this way. Tibbs says, to be fair, currently one refinery pull gives you enough engineering credits to convert the building parts for 3 to 4 days. So,
Yeah.
if you work hard enough to get the first 600, and you say that it takes you 3 to 4 days to do the pull, then it's not too bad. 150 a day, maybe 200 a day. I know it sounds nuts.
See,
That's
I think
the
that-
way I've been playing it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
and I've really only started the past couple of days. I've went out and I've done 100 or 200, and I've been like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
But I haven't even done a first pull yet. But that's really more me than me not
No,
wanting
that's not
to
only
engage
me.
because
Yeah.
it feels daunting. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is it's too loud. Yeah, go ahead, Shockwave.
I think it's an unrealistic expectation. I think at that point, that level of grind turns into more of a job, right? Like
Mhm.
and that's like that fine line that we've been talking about now for the last month or two, intermittently on the show, is how sometimes these grinds are starting to feel a little bit more and more like a job, and
Yeah.
because no one really has the time to sit on there and kill 600 hostiles and still do everything else that you have to do just to upkeep maintenance in this game, right? I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think at some point that needs to be looked at. I get what they're saying. They need to make money, but every week we tell them different ways that they can approach making money and really not hurt their bottom line. At this point, it's beginning to be a lot more like we're not listening, more as to, we're just being stubborn and we're not listening to a couple of things that we could do to make lives easier for not only our players, so current payers that might want to pay a little bit more to get an extra advantage. So I think there's a fine line here of what Scopely is telling us that they want to do versus what they aren't going to do. And I think at some point they just need to listen a little bit more to what we're saying.
True.
At this point, asking someone to kill 600 hostiles every 2 or 3 days is still too much.
Yes,
right? It's still too much, especially when they can't even kill the current hostile in question. MJ Hat not being, because MJ Hat's a well-developed Op 60, right? Like
68,
this is, yeah. He shouldn't have to punch so down to just do this. It's asinine.
Yeah, Beach Whale.
So I just wanted to kind of go with what he was saying there about the grind stuff. So I've been pretty busy with work lately.
Mm-hmm.
And so, not just a normal day, 8 hours. Granted, I get home, I have to do some other work. But by the time I get up, get ready for work, go to work, get home, make dinner, sit down, and try and do everything they're asking to do anymore. It's gotten to the point I'm not even doing most events. I'm getting my, between getting refinery done, faction stores done, and then getting my dailies done. That's an hour to 2 hours of crap right there that I'm like, I want to relax, and playing this game is not what I want to do. I want to go watch some TV, hang out with my cats, maybe go play another game. I don't need a second job. And now that I'm back to work, I'm realizing how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, true. Well,
I don't.
Yeah, agreed.
I was just going to say, previously, while I was unemployed, and then also when I, was working from home, that was easy to just, have the game up all day and do stuff, here for 5 minutes, here for 10 minutes. But now I'm super slammed, and it really is a job. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, Zedacron's come up with a very good quote. He said, let's face it, this Academy loop feels more like a G7 arc with a G6 preview or catch-up that's difficult for G6 to get involved in. Very, very, very nicely said. Well, it in a funny way, it is, isn't it, Quasel? It's like a
Yeah,
part one.
I'm not sure I agree, because look at the G7 players. I know a bunch that can't do it, because, uh,
Yeah.
you need a vengeance about tier 8, 9-ish to make it easy. I mean, sure, it can be grindy below that, but to have kind of an easy life on the single pool, it's in that area, because below that, people can't kill the 71s. So they need to rely on the conversion, and that's a lot of loot and stuff. And then look at the waves. You need a very decent ship. So that's like more a maxed vengeance, or maybe a 73 uncommon. But 73s kind of have already 73 waves. So that thing is, I don't know for whom it's designed, but there's almost none in G6 nor G7 that says, yeah, that's easy. I'll do that on the side.
Well,
And that shouldn't be like that.
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna.
I get hard.
I'm not gonna say I'm one of those people, but I found a rhythm to the loop that I'm currently going great. I can keep. I'm triple pulling every day, without question.
Yeah.
And yes, I've got a vengeance. Like for me, my style has always been ship first, get it up to a really high level that's really too high for my level,
So
and
where's your
then
vengeance? And people told you should turn me up a little bit. I don't know if that's Discord or is it just me? Because then I need to do something.
just you. Yeah, no one says turn up. Everything's
Okay.
fine. Everything's fine. I can adjust more things my side. Sorry, I almost missed
Okay.
the point I'm trying to get to. Retrieving says the last 2 to 3 recent buildings. This is a very good question as well, because this will come to MJ Hat, NetNav, Shockwave here. The last 2 to 3 buildings have had accelerated sourcing. Why did Scopely double down and not only remove the accelerated sourcing, but even the regular, in quotation marks, sourcing, e.g. the free BP, the event rewards, etc.? There's hardly any building parts that appear. That makes it quite difficult to get someone up in the building. Not that the building does much, but I do believe that if you do keep the building up, like my building is, I bought one single linked pack for the building, so I'm currently at 40. I think today I just reached 40, and I'm comfortable with it all. MJ had his at 30. You said
30.
Yeah, 30. You always sound quiet to me, MJ Hat. That's the only thing. If you don't mind turning yourself up your side, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's on my end. There's
yeah,
a TV going on.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. What do you think, Shockwave Prime? You want to pop in with a note here?
Well, I think that we sit up here and we voice our displeasure at this, and I think we can actually kind of give them maybe a couple of good ideas to go about trying to fix this, and maybe have a discussion here, because I think one of the points that I brought up yesterday was one of the big things, and Flossie backed me up on this. One of the big things that we can go about pushing for, if you can get a hold of your CC or whoever, let's get rid of the gotcha style sourcing for the class honors, because that will be huge. Because the last thing this game needs right now is for a player like MJ Hat to go out there, kill 600 hostiles, get completely shattered on the class honors, and get 66 class honors for his level. That shouldn't even be a thing, right?
Yeah.
I understand that with the officers, that they went back to more of the ultra recruit and galactic recruit style of doing things.
Yeah.
We've all voiced how that's a mistake, and how eventually some sort of officer depot store will probably be back, because they're just going to bulk up more and more transporter patterns as those officers become more full, and we're really not going to get back anywhere, and we're going to be back at square one again. We've all voiced that opinion. What we can't have is vital materials like the class honors here to bulk up the building. We can't have that be gotcha style. That needs to be fixed and sourced. There is absolutely nothing wrong with how the previous buildings have been sourced and it improves with building level.
Yeah.
That didn't need to be improved. That was one thing that they need to go back immediately, because what you're going to end up doing is shafting players that are out there doing the grind.
Yeah.
They're out there doing what you want, and you're penalizing them because they might have a bad RNG in their account for a couple pulls. They get 66 or 100 or whatever, and it doesn't make a damn bit of good on their overall on how they can level up their game or even plan to level it up. With the gacha style for the class honors, you can't even plan your next move or your next level up session. So when they're going along with this new style of coda, this interstellar dominance, it breaks into that too, because it takes away a player's ability to at least plan. And this is a strategy game, right? So that's one thing they need to fix.
Yeah, that's true. Beach Whale?
I mean, let's look at the math.
Yeah, let us give Beach Whale his point and we'll go to the math. Yeah, go ahead, Beach Whale.
I just wanted to respond to the comment about the fact that they've basically stripped every way to get a decent amount of building parts. Like, I think my building right now is like level 12 because I quit spending.
Yes.
And that's what's going on. They keep pushing us spenders away from the game. So they're trying to make up for the loss of the big spenders. And so they're just making it worse for everybody, because rather than talking to the big spenders and going, hey, what can we do to bring you back to the game, like Evo, or to get you spending again, like me, or,
Haywire.
Darth said he's, going to free to play to now. They need to talk to us and say, what did we do wrong? How do we fix this and get you back to spending? Because otherwise it's just going to make it worse for everybody else.
Yeah,
just my
agreed.
opinion.
But great point there, Beachwell. But Quasel, the thing, just to make people understand what Shockwave's talking about, is when you look at the Academy Refinery, the Section 31 transmission, which improves your facade building, right, the facade, is that is a guaranteed pull of whatever a chest 1 and whatever a chest 2. Guaranteed every single day. Yep. Everything's exactly the same. The problem with the class honors version of that is that you get a chance at getting more or less sort of loot for the building, and that's where the problems lie, and that's something to sort of.
That's where I disagree. Is for the lower levels, because look at the numbers you get on a single pull of that chest. Almost on average 60. It's a little bit lower for load ops and a little bit higher for the higher ones. Sure. So that's the lowest option.
Yeah. That's
what the building costs. It's in the sheet as well. The first level of the building costs you 80.
Yeah.
And then it goes up to 100, 120, 160. So we're talking about merely days to get the building if you can do the loop.
Yeah.
It's like level 5. Level 5 is two pulls, 3 pulls. So it's 3 days, then 2 more days. And even at level 30, we have 1,000 class honors. And even if you have very bad RNG, I bet you average around 100 per day. So that's 10 days per level until you are at a level of 50.
Yeah.
So we never had buildings that had kind of in the beginning like a big progression like that, I think. Because most ramp up earlier. So those first levels, if you can do the loop, are rather quick in comparison. Yeah, it's not quick, but it's not bad per se, but because the RNG should even be quicker than that on average if you can do it daily.
It's actually quite terrible, Quasel, because you're talking about people that can't do the loop, right? We're not saying
that's the point. Fixing the pull doesn't fix the loop.
Yeah.
That's my point. You said give them.
I think if fixing the pull does, because you just said it, right? If you take the bull, if you can get higher than the 66 guaranteed, maybe you can get a 100 or 120. You can actually bump up the building on the daily and increase your own progression. So it's more helpful if they steady out the gacha chest and make it a little bit more steady and a little bit more universal instead of up and down with the gacha.
Yeah, but it's still, if persons can kill 262s and need to kill 661s, that doesn't help them because they still can't really start it
Well-
because they would need ages, even
Mhm.
if they are getting twice. Let's say they're getting the middle chest guaranteed. I think the fix that should happen is you should be able to kill hostiles, let's say 3 levels below your ops.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
then
Yeah, but
you're looking at reasonable numbers of hostiles you need to kill. We have all the numbers in the sheet because if you look at 3 levels below, then it would mean for MJ Head, he would have to kill about 150 hostiles
Yes.
for a single pull.
Well, okay.
Per
And I think
day?
that's it per day.
and I
That's
agree
that's
with you.
still a
Wow.
pain.
Yeah. Let's
That's
let
It
still a
is,
pain. But don't forget, like Tip said, with a single pull on it one day, you can pull the chest 3 or 4 times. And you
Ye-
can
I agree
have a
with you.
double pull
Yeah.
with level 20.
But
So
you've
I
got
think, yeah,
you've got so many people right now in chat saying the key is if you can do the loop.
Yes.
And that's the
yeah,
problem.
that's why I
People
say
can't do
make the
loop, and so they
hostiles
need to be able
easier.
to
Then
progress.
everybody can
Yeah,
do the loop.
Well, okay.
Make the hostiles easier. Yeah.
I get it, guys. Let me throw an idea out there, right? So why don't they? This is my solution. I'm thinking of coding time and time required to do things, right? Changing each hostile will probably take them longer than if they just make the chest pulls from 61 all the way to 70 doable within 50 to 80 hostiles. That's it.
And I think that's the middle ground. That's a great idea, Nigel. I think what they need to do is steady it out. I get what Quazel's saying.
Yeah.
But Quazel's operating in a perfect world, and we're not in a perfect world, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think what we need to do is what you said. It needs to be a static chest, like you get X amount, and that's what you get. It's not a chance for prize number 1, prize number 2, or
No.
prize number 3.
But-
that doesn't help the players.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think you're right. I think you kill 50 to 60 because that's what they ask us to do on daily events anyway.
Yeah.
Combat simulation going on right now, 30 kills, right?
Yeah.
So maybe double that so that they can do the feature. We can call it the feature of the arc.
Yeah.
And then that way they can start getting what they need to actually engage in this loop.
Yeah.
Because that's what the players are telling us. And that's what the players are telling Scopely. And at some point, you have to be able to listen to this feedback and listen to to what your players are telling you.
Yeah.
Because right now, you don't have a lot of room to wiggle as far as keeping people happy. And at this point, if someone's telling me that I can make a lot of people happy by just giving them a set amount of class honors,
Yeah.
or just by, like you said, killing 60 hostiles and maybe you get a steady drip, I'm going to do that to protect myself even, because right now there's a whole lot of people mad at it.
Yeah,
mad at stuff.
just let me pop in here because there's a couple of people I want to get. I want to get a chance to get in. What I'm trying to say is 61's daily chest pull, triple, second 2 pull, and 3 pull should stay the same. 62 should drop and should be very, very low. So not 24,000 or whatever it is. It should drop to a point where 50 to 80 hostiles of that level works. 63 should be able to hit a 61. 64 should be able to hit a 61. 65 should be able to hit a 61, 62. 66 then starts jumping up, which means they should be able to hit 61, 62s at about 80. That's the top end rather than the 50, just to pull the chest, the one chest, one single chest. Then everyone can gauge the loop. As long as you're killing 50 to 80 hostiles, that's all that matters. You don't need to change any hostile ability. You don't need to change anything else. You just make the chest pullable with 50 to 80 hostiles for every level. And just look at the data and go, a 66 should be able to hit a 62 because that's as far as it goes. No one's hitting 63s unless they have an extraordinary account like McShiz, for example, who has a very good account for things like that. And
Let
one
me
of the
give
things...
you-
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
The thing is,
Velvet Thunder, I popped you in and then I hear screaming in the background. Okay, cool. Thanks.
the reason why I'm about the hostile and not about the loot or fixing the table is that's the beginning, and it carries over into the hostiles in the waves. Because even if you can then start pulling the thing, you still can even start properly doing the waves because you have the same issue in the waves. That's why I'm thinking that the only real long-term fix is if they go back, because we had hostiles we could kill on the test server back when. And I know test server is always subject to change, and we're getting a peek preview of it, but we test stuff like that. And the hostiles back there were killable. So I think they just changed the scaling. And yes, you can increase the loot on the hostiles, you can decrease the chest costs, but it carries over to all the other math. And if you start at the beginning, it's just one factor you need to look at. You don't need to think about how it affects double and triple pulls, because they don't want to make it too easy. So I think that would be the best solution. Of course, the next best is give people a cheaper chest, or maybe even a free chest, a daily trip, so they can get the building up.
Yeah,
and
that's
work into it.
That's fair enough. I see Relentless determined to come on. So Relentless, the floor is yours.
Okay. I want to first say that everything you guys are saying about making changes would benefit me, and it would be fantastic, and that would be great. And I won't complain if they do any of that. I don't think any of it's necessary.
Okay.
We keep having this same conversation about, oh, the hostiles are too hard. What is, like, we've been doing this for the last year. These hostiles are too difficult. They need to make them easier. I personally, and we have this conversation in my alliance daily, and we've been changing our recommendations for where people need to get their ships in order to deal with the loops. My theory, and it's held so far, is that Scopely wants us to have much higher tier ships than we're willing to have. If you've got a tier 10 and it's not doing it, tier 13 might do it. Tier 13 doesn't do it, tier 14, 15. These ships ramp up significantly in those last 2 or 3 tiers.
Agreed.
16, 17, 18 is way stronger when you're in G6 than anything that a tier 10 or a tier 13 is going to accomplish. We don't want to do that. Nobody wants to play that way. It feels inefficient, and you feel like you're pouring mats into a ship that you're just trying to get to another one. But it seems to have held true that over the last year or so, they've moved the bar from between power creep, between added, added abilities and disabling crews, and they've raised the bar on where your ship needs to be.
Cool.
If you've got a tier, I still have yet to be able to find someone. I'd love to see someone do it. If someone had a max epic, didn't buy the building, what are they hitting right now in this loop?
Well,
what are they able to do?
Well, we can give you a little bit of a preview here. MJ Hat, what is your strongest ship and what tier level is it? If you can, MJ Hat. I don't know if you can jump on.
VLOX tier 10, if we're talking about FKRs. And honestly, I was talking with Red in chat and Ascendancy in chat in regards to that. And I'm not opposed to the idea of taking my VLOX a couple more tiers. That's really not the issue.
Yeah.
It seems to me though that, like, I've been using my cube and I've been using my GS31 because of the firing pattern, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But
they don't cut it
the
anymore,
VLOX,
right?
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. It's I can do possibly 263s if I have the right RNG with the GS31.
Okay.
Only one with the cube.
Only one with the cube.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm in the same boat. I've played exactly the same way that MJ had it is doing right now. I've got teammates doing the same thing. But I really do honestly think that one of the major problems we are all bashing our faces into is that nobody feels great about pushing an uncommon, about pushing a rare all the way to max. And if we're not there, most of us are not there. It's not reasonable to expect us.
Well, let me come in with a point here. I've always said, I've always played the game a different way. The way I've played the game is I go way too high with my ships to the point where they're at the tier 13, 14, 15 before I even think about going up. What benefited me from doing that is I can hit way higher hostiles. So when Tibbs was saying, like, you know, look at Nigel the Whale, he's triple pulling a day. It's not about Whale. I haven't spent in a very long time. Only bought this Academy pack it's my first $100 probably this year. I haven't really bought anything else because I don't get anything else. The main reason for it is I focused on my vengeance so much. Relentless, if you can mute yourself, buddy, because the sound in the background.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Just give a second. My vengeance is at tier 12, and I push it to the limit, and I'm still up 72. And what I'm finding is I'm able to kill, being able to kill hostiles at 71s really comfortably. I can kill a 74 thanks to Brian Racer's crewing suggestions and only hitting battleships, but I can only kill 5 of them. So why should I do that? I want this 7-star loot, so I go and hit 71s. I do 2 runs a day. 2 runs gives me over 8,000. 8,000's my pull, is my triple pull, right? So I do 2 runs a day, and sometimes I got an extra run or there's an event happening. That's how I do that. That's really important. So it's really, really simple to try and achieve that. How many times have I told you guys that you should work on your FKR ships and ships really high? So tier 9s, which is what we've always aimed for, has never been a thing. I always aim for 12, 13, 14, 15, even in the uncommons, and I've wasted so much materials on it, but it benefited me way later as I have one single ship that can do an enormous amount of damage compared to the others. And that's something that I've always aimed for. Abs, any thoughts here?
Well, I'm just going to make the comment of my max ship that I use is my Vengeance essentially tier 13.
Yeah.
I'm able to kill 15 or so level 70s.
Only 70s?
Yes, I don't know what. Yep.
That's odd because I use Loot Crew, so I use E Picard, Rachel Garrett, and E Data, and then below decks my standard, which is Joachim, Walk Carroll, Hugh, and then I go with Quasi so I can hit more battleships, and then go with either I don't use Pick Hugh because I don't go enough rounds, and then I use Beer below deck, right? That's different. And the difference between me and you is my building level. I just got to 40 today. Your building level, Abs, is?
Very low.
How low?
Just loading.
Yeah.
How low are we talking about? 9.
9. Okay. So I obviously that one single $100 spend I made gave me the ability to triple pull when
40 is more than one pack.
No, 40 is one linked pack. And then and remember we got the double battle passes with all the building materials. It is 40.
Yeah.
I genuinely only bought one linked pack. I haven't bought 2. So
that's weird.
I did the missions. I bought one linked pack, the special pack, whatever that was in day 1. I pulled.
Nigel's right.
Yeah. So a lot of people I know are on about 38, 39, 40. So the second battle pass gave you 2,000-ish building materials. The first battle pass gave you 2,000-ish building materials. So, yeah, that's about 38, 39, 40. 40 today. Only 40 today because I sped through a couple of points for me. That's all it is. So
I've basically been doing the free-to-play method on this. I haven't really engaged a whole lot in this loop, but yeah, it did improve a little bit as I leveled up from like level 2 or level 3 in the building to where I am now. But it's nowhere near an engaging loop.
But
it does feel like a job. Like I don't have time to do that grind to get that minimal amount.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Interesting. I'm intrigued to see what you're crewing us. Yes, go ahead, George.
Okay, so I'm with Nigel. I have building 40.
Yeah.
And I have a Vengeance tier 9.
Yeah.
I'm hitting 71s. I think I could hit 30 of those 71s, and I already have max pull. If I go for the whole hour, I'm hitting against each other. So It's an interceptor, so I'm only hitting battleship.
Yeah.
I hit yesterday for 2 hours, one trip. I got like 7,000 of the 71 materials that I could triple pull for a couple days.
Yeah, so it shows that the building's the key. So what that tells everybody else in the free to play.
And I had the same crew as Nigel does, because Nigel sent me the link, and I used that same crew.
Yeah, that crew I gave you is phenomenal. Like,
it's
phenomenal.
a special case.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Vengeance is a special case because it's extremely powerful. Starting at tier 9, tier 10, you have the epic threat that's built in, so it's extremely powerful against battleships. You don't even need to put threat on the crew because you have it from search research. You have it from the ship ability itself. So that's why the battleships are that easy. But everybody else, I've seen even players with tier 12 epics struggle, and that shouldn't be the case. I mean, I'm waiting for my ships to come back, and we'll try my next Vengeance, how far it can get. Not Vengeance, Crenger. But
yeah,
I
sorry.
still feel
Just let me pause you for a second, Quasel. Yes, Lady Patu, go ahead. Sorry, she only has a few minutes.
Yeah. So I just went to 70 a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
So I built my Crenshaw. It's at T7 now.
Okay.
My building's at 34.
Okay.
And the best I can do is 63s. That would mean I would need to hit over 2,000 hostiles to do one chest pull.
Interesting.
That is not doable. I cannot grind that every day, be able to pull one chest.
Yeah.
I just don't know what else to do. Like, I mean, I'm trying to get my ship, and I agree with whoever was talking. I'm sorry, I was driving. I couldn't see who was talking.
Yeah.
That, you know, you need to build your ships up, and that's what I'm doing. But being just a new 70,
Yeah.
there's no way I can grind those out. I'm working on getting my Vengeance. I'm working on upgrading my Crenshaw. I just don't have the resources because I did put a little more in my last ship.
Yeah.
You know, I went higher than what I wanted to. But it's just getting to a point where, and it's loop after loop after loop. You know, I still can't hit the V'gers, and
Yeah.
it's getting crazier because I just went up. I can't do the spheres. Like, I am getting there. At least that one I can kind of do the loop. And then this one, it's getting to be a point where I'm like, I'm not having fun not being able to do that. And I did buy a pack to get my building up, but
Yeah.
not being able to do the loop, I can't get more parts for that building. I can't get more parts for the dual waves. I can't get, you know. It is getting very frustrating. I think I sure hope that Scopely listens to what people say and find a way of balancing things up.
Yeah, the balance of
Um,
61 to 70 sounds like becoming quite a major, which answers your questions, Ricadu, saying the answers to building ships and all this talk is redundant, which makes your unfortunate statement incorrect. And we're showing people that this, you know, to do different else. And I agree with you. You should ignore the FOMO, enjoy the parts of the game you like, and people are going to start, you know, quitting with that mindset. I'm not saying you should do it, Ricadu. I'm telling people that they should find the beauty. Thanks, Lady Patu. You could find the beauty in what you enjoy in the game and enjoy those aspects and play it to its absolute core. And that should help with that. Abs, well, I think we just need to talk crewing. Yes, Netniv.
Well, I'm going to echo the comment that this is probably going to be unpopular and people aren't going to like me for it, but maybe we are moving forward too quick. And we're so used to moving forward so quick that we want to move forward quick because we see other people moving forward quick. And that in itself is a bit of a fire. It's like, oh, you've gone up. Oh, how long is it going to take me to get there? And maybe we do need to slow down a bit and say, you know, we need to build up more things. And yeah, you know, I struggle with trip day in, day out, you know.
Yeah.
Even going to the playtest servers, I don't have the trick to upgrade things when I go to the playtest server because they copy my account. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I can only get this up a tier 2, and then that's about it.
Yeah,
and
you bring up a good point, Ricardo. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you're entirely right. She said she was way too high. Rare super highs is not right advice. So Ricardo says, ignore everything we've said. We're all completely wrong, and he would like people to not get the uncommon and the rare is super high. That's not the right advice. Just work your way through and see what you can do. Maflat says, if they're trying to slow players down, it's working. I'm just not doing loops and never stayed at up so long, upgrading while I get stronger. Hard is okay, but it feels almost impossible. I'm going to do something else, maybe, and that is hopefully not true, Maflat, because if everyone wants to hit me while I'm down, you might as well keep going. It's quite a difficult loop, and that's why I wanted to have a discussion about it so we can come with advice. But if the advice is that you don't want to tell players to upgrade their ships, then what's the advice we could do? I'm waiting for your feedback here because I'd love to hear it as well. Abs, come in before Chris Pike, please. Abs, you're unmuted. Yeah.
So I tried the crew of what was suggested by Jules for in the wave defense, with, of course, not having Walk McCoy on the bridge because that's just within wave defense.
Yeah.
And so really the kind of mitigation below deck, above deck, I don't know. I'm going to be trying an experiment here as we talk, so come back to me.
Yeah, definitely. The crew, just to let you know, is I had, so other than the loot crew, the way that I've been told to kill battleships, which has got me higher, is Janeway as captain on your Vengeance, with Seska and Suder either side, with Joachim, Wok Carroll, Hugh, and then Quasi, he's the key, and then pick Hugh if that makes a difference. Just you're aware of that one. Yes, MJ Hat, before we get Velvet Thunder and Chris Pike on.
I didn't mean to unmute, actually.
Yeah. Exactly. Panda Pirate, before he repeats it, says, imagine Haywire, he can't do any of the dual wave events because there's nobody to play with in the event. The event scoring is insane. We need to take a look at to make Orion Interceptor adjustments to both the Academy drone loop and to the dual waves, which hardly anyone's participating in, which is what the official CCs are here to pass your feedback on. Velvet Thunder, jump on, buddy. There you go.
Sorry about the noise when I jumped up. I didn't realise the volume was up so loud with this headset on.
No worries.
My feedback on this is they just need to admit they've made a mistake in the upper 60s. They have to get people engaged in a loop, and the only way they can do it quickly is to basically just give a daily drip for free. Let people get people building up to hard code it to enough parts to level 20. And it doesn't need to be quick. It could be 20 parts a day. But they need to get people building up buildings somehow. Because there's so many people in my alliance in particular that are at that 66 to 70, 71 can't even play. They're like, well, if I can't play, what's the point in being in the game?
Yeah, no, thanks for that, Velvet. I think it's vital for that one. Chris Pike, any thoughts you'd like to jump in with?
Well, I somewhat agree with Velvet. So I think we talked about this. Well, I'll just give you my personal experience about what's happening. So I built the building, when they give you, so it was at level 1, and I didn't do anything with the building. And like you, I have a Vengeance, and I have all the crews pretty well maxed. So I could, with the Vengeance, kill what I needed without the building. So I could go, I'm a 72. My Vengeance is almost maxed, so that may be part of it. When I drop down to what I think is something, so even if I drop down to my maxed cube, I'm more at like 69, 70s with similar crew. And of course, what's key about all that is with those types of ships and given the levels that they are at, there's more below deck. And I think that's maybe what's affecting people a bit, is the ability to put enough crew below deck to compensate for the fact that the building isn't where it needs to be. I am now, literally as of today, I just to do the arc event, or one of the spend events, I'm now at building 40.
Yeah.
and I'm hitting way above my thing. So
yeah,
I know at this point I'm can go to 73 with confidence. I would say to the points that I've heard before that the arcs keep releasing hostiles that are more and more difficult. Well, I don't see that changing. That's sort of the thought process around making a game challenging. Should they be as challenging as they are, or is the mix right in terms of being able to do them at with some progression? I think that's where you're hearing grumblings, and
yeah,
then obviously added on top of all of the other concerns that we've talked about the past few months.
yeah,
So that's, I think, where we're at. I'm looking at, to be honest with you, I didn't need to do the building. I
yeah.
probably could have survived, and I'm not really sure. I'm honestly I'm looking at it, and I'm not really keen on what I get out of it, if I'm being completely honest.
Cool. Yeah.
Range-based pulls, and it's just not something that's for me.
Well,
I
let's
generally
see. Let's see what they bring. Coming up, whether that's anything that's going to upgrade that and do anything at all. And I agree with you all. Yeah, Joachim, I know is a mistake, but I just leave him on there. It's just my standard. The issue is there's loads of different feedbacks to try and make it work, but the main conclusion is the 61 to 70s need some sort of overtuned adjustment or whatever it is that needs to happen to ensure that they can do that. Ricardo has come up with a few points saying that the V'gers are not overtuned, but the hostiles are. Scopely's is trying to find a way, he says, to monetize at their levels. They want sideways progression now, so they have to go for it. No limits. The thing is, I don't fully agree with that statement. I do believe that there is a way around it. You've just got to understand to play the loop that you enjoy from the parts you enjoy and the things you enjoy. And I know skipping things or letting things go is hard. It took me a lot to get my brain to understand that I don't need to do that event, and that is okay. And I can just move on and just do the fun stuff and help my alliance and play with the people that I really enjoy, playing with in the community I love to spend time with. I want to enjoy the aspects of the game that I do. So if I want to do a duo wave, I found a guy, he's a friend, and he's like, hey, do you fancy doing 3 or 4? And I'm like, yeah, well, I've saved up, the amount. So when you get for example, the building pack, you get some duo waves that come with it, which is absolutely brilliant. And then I just used all of that, and we did like 3. I really had a great time. I enjoyed the aspect of it. I recrewed multiple times. I've learned different things, and I really had a good time. I was like, would I do another set of duo waves? Sure. Maybe in 3 or 4 weeks' time, I might jump in with him and try again. I was lucky enough to find someone who does that. But just the thing is, do you know how changes will happen? Is if you don't play the aspects of the game, and it forces them to try and get you to get motivated to play the aspect of the game. So if you're not pulling the thing you're pulling, they'll be like, well, we need to do something about it. If you're not doing, killing the hostiles at a certain level and you're staying low and you're like, do you know what? I can't be bothered. Like, MJ Hat just goes, well, I'm not wasting my time on this thing. Then they'll change it eventually, because the difference is choosing or not to do events versus can't do an event. But the thing is, Task Force Scorpio, I can't do a lot of the events. I don't spend enough to do any of the events in there. I just choose to ignore it and choose to do the events I can do and go, do you know what? I'll do the transition thing. Do you know what? I'll do the aggregation. Do you know what? I really enjoy doing waves with all my alliance mates, so I'll come and join them and do that. I will go and enjoy aspects of the game that are really enticing and exciting for me. And if I don't enjoy it, I'm just not going to play it. Just leave it. And progression will come by me having that mentality, because I can focus on, I really enjoy building a ship really high. One ship. That's my style. Maybe wrong to loads of people, but doesn't matter. But what I love is my aim is to get that vengeance as high as possible. I'm focused extremely hard on trying to get to 73. And I'm like, cool. If it means I do one material spend every 3 weeks, which is what I do, then it takes me 3 weeks to get 22,000 or 21,000 sort of gas. And I just focus on it. And I'm enjoying that aspect of, you know what, Nige, one more day. You can finally do this. And I don't go, oh, I must buy a pack to fill the last 2,000 bits. that's ignore, it's ignore the FOMO, have fun and enjoy the game. And I promise you, having that mentality and playing the things we want to play, you watch, the other things will change. They'll change automatically. You don't even need to chase it. They'll be like, well, we need to entice people. And that's the thing I'm trying to preach to people to understand. So when people ask, like, do they listen here? Do they listen elsewhere? I think they listen to every single feedback in every single channel in the whole of the ecosystem we have here, from the official Discord to the private Discord to all the official CCs they listen to, and they get this feedback and go, cool, well, 3 or 4 people have said the same thing. Maybe we'll start looking at this and we'll push it through. The community managers are phenomenal. They take that feedback in, they put it into a coherent sort of report of some sort, and they send it in and push for what the people want. And they're the people to speak to the developers direct. That's the thing you guys need to understand. And, the feedback that goes in from the official CCs and stuff is also there. Do you know why Quazel's here? Do you know why Netniv's here? Netniv's here is by force, but Quazel's by choice. But at least, they're here to listen to everyone's feedback so that they get a balanced idea of what to suggest to the team from whatever points that they potentially have of speaking to people to speak to the team. That's the important thing you guys need to realize. It's not one channel making huge successes. It's not 10 channels making huge successes. It's everyone giving advice in different ways. And do you know why makes this special, this place that we have built here? I'm going to get, just to warn everyone, Red Devil's going to get the next chance first, and then we'll go to others. The reason we built this place, and it's really important, is that I'm proud to say that we have every generation and every style of player you can ever imagine in STFC, always with feedback and battles. Like, look what Lady Command just wrote in Discord, which is magnificent. She said the main problem is designers who are testing new loops, ships, and areas. I'm not sure if anyone else here is a first year, but they showed how skewed their testing is images. When they showed in the Play Store, they had a level 20 account with billions of RS, had loads of... Yes, I know. But the thing is, that's where the official CCs to do the play tests and things like that become quite useful here and become your advocates in that sense. This is why a place like this, where some people will listen to replays and stuff, we get over 1,100, 1,200 listeners every single episode for weeks and weeks on end, because there are people listening to it. Some of them may not want us to know they're listening to it. Some people are. I don't know. But that is important, that we still give our feedback in that way. Hey, Kevins. And then this is important. Mashed Potato says if they're listening, then this goes back to failing to communicate. After 3 weeks, why haven't some feedback on how they're going to fix players' inability to engage with the loop? Because they're probably waiting. They're probably giving the feedback. I mean, Quazel says they've heard it. So... and that's really important. Rage, I can stop lurking. I often skip things that my flat says, and by the time I get to the things I don't do or can't do often, I find I can do. The problem is some sourcing is harder. Yeah, exactly. And then it's just one of this. Mashed Potato, I am not a Scopely person. No idea. Feedback can come on day one. Day one, feedback is always people going, I can't do this, can't do that. Day 2, I can't do this, I can't do that. Day 14... if you're going, I can't do this and do that, and even though I've built this and tried this, that's when it starts getting listened to, because they need to give you time to go through a loop. Some of them believe, like, if you go through the loop, you will then achieve the thing. Obviously, they're wrong. So now they're going to look at it and go, oh my God, even a G7 at this level is doing this. Let's look at our data again. Ooh, maybe that person at this, which is amazing. And that'll be something we'll do that. Abs will give us an update on the crewing, then we'll go to Red Devil. Abs, how did it go?
Hi. Well, I put on that crew that you said to do. Again, a level 9 building, and I was able to kill 21 hostiles, which gained me just approximately 210,000 loot, which is enough for 1 conversion to 7-star, which gives me 1 chest.
But... you're saying, and I'm going to do this in the least comical manner possible, Nigel was right.
Well, the crew did a...
look at that hesitation.
The change in crew was a little bit more. I estimated 50 because the event that ended yesterday was to kill 15 hostiles. And I was able to do the 15 plus a couple more. And I did go to the 70 to 69 just to fill it out.
Someone
So
needs to visit the crew channels a lot more often, Nigel.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious. But so basically, if you take away my mistake, which is Joachim, and put something a little bit better, you could probably do a little bit more. Red Devil, first time here. Have a chat, buddy. Come on stage.
Yeah, hi guys.
How you doing?
Yeah, so I think I'm on the other end of the spectrum.
Okay.
I have the building at 60.
60?
Wow. Yeah. So I kind of was going to 73 and was going to build the uncommon.
Yes.
My challenge has been in this whole arc, the duo waves.
Okay.
Right? All the events and everything, the scoring metrics and that require me to at least complete wave 3. And none of the other 72s survive more than 2 or 3 hostiles in wave 1. That is a huge challenge. And basically, I have done about 10 to 12 solo waves. These duo waves completely solo. That's how I'm been scoring. And I'm more of an events player. So what happens is there is this recruit arc meta, right? Which has this that is in the main folder, arc folder. You are skipping heroic events, you're skipping normal events just because you can't do them, right? If the base expectation of me is to do a 73, it is not doable. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
And it is becoming to a point where the game has become a PC game rather than a mobile game.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely, 100%. And that struggles is hard because Flossie was saying the same thing. She's an op 74, I think. Flossie says that she can't quite do the duo waves at that level, or the balance is imbalance with regards to that level is quite weird. So that is something to be 74, Flossie says, and she's struggling to do the 73s, Flossie, the same as Red Devil.
Yeah.
I think she's saying yes, the same thing, and that is something for the balance that. Yeah, go ahead, Red Devil, keep going.
Yeah, so Nigel, what happens is the waves start off at 73, right?
Yes.
The vengeance, I have a max vengeance.
Yeah.
It dies. I'm having to put the NESCI protector shield, and that's how I'm doing, trying to get through wave 3. And as an individual, you get overwhelmed on the phone. I tried it once on the PC. I managed wave 3.
Yes.
But going up till wave 4 becomes, you actually just give up.
Yeah. It's just because it just, you can't beat them but you need it sounds like you need the uncommon 73 at quite a high tier as well, and there is no option to
minus
lower.
T4.
Yeah.
So I have 3 slots below. I need to take it to T7 to get the 4th slot.
Oh my God, that's insane.
And the Sigma Titanium costs to take the ship up are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Red Devil, Ferry and Sandra have a tutorial for a level 73 wave that someone's just put in the Twitch chat, which I'll pin to the top as well, so people have got it. That would be something for you to look at and see how they've done it, because Sandra is a 71, Ferry, I believe, is a 74. Correct me if I'm wrong, 73, 74. Flossie says her 73 survives and the Vengeance doesn't. That's the problem, and you can't do all the hostiles in time before they hit the central entity with just one ship. So that is a vital point for you, Red Devil, to have a look. Ferry says he's a 74 with a tier 7 uncommon. I think the point has been made, which is quite cool. Vuel, anything you'd like to bring in, please, buddy?
Can you hear me this time?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, loud and clear.
Woo! So the big problem that I'm seeing especially in the G6 range, or the 61 to 70 range, is the same problem that they've had every grade that they've ever created. It's just becoming more pronounced.
Yes.
Because the hostiles are getting harder. It's always been perfectly evident in PvP. Compare a max uncommon to a max rare to a max epic.
Yes.
That power discrepancy is ridiculous. It's absolutely horrible design. There's no reason why a rare shouldn't be able to beat an epic. Now, if they're both crewed really well,
yes,
then we have that making the difference.
yeah,
But the power discrepancies between rares and epics is too big, and now they can't create hostile loops that are balanced for the lower end of the spectrum because of the higher end of the spectrum. And this has happened in every grade, but they've never tried to design hostiles like they've been doing recently. And I think that's where a big part of their problem is that ginormous power delta.
Yeah, true. They're obviously trying to reset the style of events and the game back to where they have, they enjoyed in 2019, 2020, where, you got the gacha stuff, you got everything like that. And now the FKRs become the most, hopefully, powerful, in quotation mark, things that they do. And what ends up happening is all the research that goes to FKRs. Like, look at Cisco's research. Everything is FKR this, FKR that. Anything with the Maverick research, FKR this, FKR that. So eventually your FKR ship should overpower these things if you get it to a high level. So that's become now a focus for people, where before we were like, hey, you can get through all the way to 70 with just specialty ships. Now you're going to have to tell people, hey, like we had Will MB, we had Lady Command, we've had Pepper, we've had all these players that are here, Curly Bracket. Now the advice is, guys, that FKR ships becomes vital and becomes stronger because of the amount of research available at the top end, that it will make a difference later. And I think that's something to sort of focus on. Yeah, but Brian Racer said, Max 70, no, I'm talking about our level, Brian. So if you're an Ops 71, your 73 becomes the ship. If you're an Ops 70, your G6 Epic becomes your ship. Your 66, your 63, and so on and so forth. That is really important to say. Raider says that, what's it? Where did Killer Angel say that? The one thing I hate about Twitch, it doesn't flicker better. Ekron Plays says, I want to thank you for STFC. Genuinely care about us in the game. A little credit, but I do feel for them catching the brunt. It honestly makes me wonder why they don't burn out with everything else they're dealing with. Yes, don't worry. ERCSN Plays, we're there for you. They need a veil area magnetic to get people cross servers for this. That's a great idea. That is sort of what Raider says. Eli, the youngling, goes, concerning the talk, I have a feeling some of the levels are more cutthroat than others. Let's say in Op 69, that level's hard because so close to 70, and epic ships, of course, could upgrade the rare ship more, but this would put the player months behind the material resources required for 70, an epic ship. It's just a chicken neck scenario. You've got to make a decision. And when you go up, you've got to be ready to go, look, I'm not ready for this. I don't mind skipping a few things.
Nigel,
yeah.
All of it doesn't change one point that I'm seeing is I'm all for making a challenge, and there's a triple pull and there's a double pull of that chest. But I think even a fresh Op 66, a fresh Op 70, even an account that maybe isn't perfectly played, because let's be honest, this game requires a lot of knowledge and not everybody has the time and investment into it. And I think it's a huge miss if an average player can't participate. I'm not about saying make it easy for them.
Yeah.
I'm about let people participate. Like maybe it's a very small trip and maybe it takes them longer to get the building up, but they should be able to have the ability to go out, kill a few hostiles, get some loot home, and work on that so that they have an option. But needing to killing 300 or more hostiles is not an option to work on it. And that's the thing point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
And I get all of the rest. And then with the people, because my account is always very well built and maxed out on the important stuff, if you know what it is. But I think it's a huge miss to say, well, get a bigger ship, because that takes time. And if then people for months can't do the loop, why bother? And you've seen it. People are, and that's what I say today in the playtest, and we say it on Tuesday, that players need to be able to participate. And I guess they have heard it. What they will do about it, I can tell you, and there are multiple ways to go about it. And that they change how the game is played, I'm fine. I mean, I don't like it, but well, if it's their choice to have more randomness, and if it's their choice to slow it all down because some of it was maybe too quick, okay. but let us participate. I think that should be the message.
Yeah, exactly. That is
I,
very well said.
Basil, I couldn't agree more. I
Mhm.
couldn't agree more. I've been saying that all along, that the more we can have the player base participate, the more engagement Scopely will have. And at the end of the day, more engagement generally means more money, because people then say, well, okay, I need to, I'm not quite there, but if I do a couple little things, I can get there. They either work harder or they spend a little.
Yeah, and that's
And
the key.
And if I'm Scopely, I'm hoping they spend a little.
Yeah,
because they're impatient.
yeah, true.
But the impatience, the problem with impatience is that goes away when the arc goes away, because their grand ability to score and maximize is during the arc. Once the arc goes away, it just becomes one of the other things that people are doing, maybe if they need extra through their, what I would call their journey in the game. And right now, that's the challenge, I think.
Yeah,
and again, I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just trying to provide the feedback.
Yeah,
the journey, what I think Scopely's missing. So the content creators have been doing a pretty good job. Obviously, Najee and the CCs that are here and the CMs that are here are doing a great job. My action item as a leader in this game with other people that depend on the knowledge that I take back from this and the other sources I have is just what you said, help to improve their account. Obviously, everybody's, that's sort of a goal from leadership, I guess. What I think is missing, though, is Scopely could say a little bit more about the pacing. Scopely could say a little bit more about what their vision for the game is. Everybody else is sort of deducing it. And you got people that are frustrated for a variety of different reasons over the course, and I think they need to I think they need to just put something out there. Again, I would love the Q&A. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I think that'd be a nice start, or even just some communication out there about just the vision,
like Q&A with whoever that they want to bring it in. Let me bring in MJ Hat because his hand is up. MJ Hat, go ahead first, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I know we've not discussed this a whole lot, but we've been talking about this Academy loop now and I apologize, for about an hour and a half. Has anybody mentioned Laurels yet?
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, and this is kind of what
Please
scares me.
don't.
This. Hold on.
Yeah.
That if this is the standard going forward, right? Any new content is going to require us to participate in this loop to progress, at least with our officers.
Yeah.
Just a fact.
No, it's a good point. No, it's definitely a good point, MJ.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. That's beautifully brought, and which I'm going to sadly and put this person under pressure. Monocle, this is your moment. It's whether you answer that question or try and divert it. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I want to say something first, a little bit on the historical side of this.
Yeah.
Now I've been gaming for a long time, pretty competitively, even professionally for a little while. I'm up 67 right now. I can hit a reasonable number of 62s. I can only hit about 5 63s.
Okay.
And I've been doing pretty well using a loot crew hitting the 61s. I actually get about 35 per hostile, which is not bad.
Yeah.
But we all need to recognize every game needs a challenge.
Yes.
Without challenge, then we face player attrition. And that is absolutely nothing we can afford to do. Now, what's happening, though, is our hostiles are too difficult. Like, we've got to do two things. One, we've got to temper our expectations.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We need to understand we can't just blow through all the levels, because as we get higher level, higher power, and the hostiles are just easy, the game becomes boring.
Yeah.
That causes player attrition, and that's it. But we also should be asking for a rebalancing. Now, I don't think we're going to get any kind of reprogramming of the hostile. That's too much development time. It's not viable.
Yeah.
The loot, however, is not very well balanced for G6. Just not.
Yeah.
So rather than pushing for hours of development, correct all of those things, let's just ask for, a regular drip for a building chest, copy an existing building chest, give us a regular drip that allows us to progress that building just as a drip.
Yeah.
Because at that point, we've already heard, as the building gets higher, the hostiles become easier.
Yeah.
So a fairly easy fix with not much development time is ask, can we get a building drip that allows us to push? And at that point, if you've built the building, you're starting a drip, you can get it to a point that then you can go participate and feed the building.
Yes.
But not necessarily the only way that I can get the building up is if I've got a drip, then I can get the building higher. If I can't hit the hostels and I can't get my building higher, then I can't hit bigger hostels, and I'm stuck in this space.
Yeah.
So we have a horrible problem here. Now, when it comes down to it, the Laurels being able to advance all of this piece of that is. I'm not opposed to a another challenge, another piece of because that's what makes the game interesting. If it's just go kill the little red triangle and claim a chest and I don't have to think about it, it's boring.
Yeah.
Make me think. Make me understand how my account has the officers and the abilities and the fleet commanders and how I can slot them and what I can apply and what tech I can put on a ship.
Yeah.
Make me think about what I need to do to hit higher to progress.
Interesting.
Can I provide some feedback on that?
Yeah.
So that's
jump in. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great, Monocle. And I'm on board with how you play as well, but not everybody plays this game that same way. So that's the problem. I agree with your potential solution.
Yeah.
But why I'm talking more grander, because we keep going through arc after arc where there's this challenge. That's what you're hearing. There's a pervasive, I get that there needs to be a challenge, but the pervasiveness of how they're doing the challenges and they're locking out participation, which is what Quazel and I got to go back to that as well. I don't mind a challenge. Most of the players probably don't mind a challenge. But being unable to do it at all, or having it locked behind a paywall, or or not being able to start it enough to get the drip's not big enough so that they can't really get progression during the arc enough to get participation. That's the ongoing pervasive issue above and beyond all the other issues.
But also jumping very quick, Riskbreaker brings up another good point as well to help everybody here. He's like, decent percentage crit mitigation exo drip would help everybody enter the loop. It's simple, it wouldn't take much programming to do. Something to just get people into it. So Monocle, your idea is quite good in there to try and to get people jump started into the loop. There's nothing wrong with jump starting people. The only problem with the jump starting suggestion that Riskbreaker brings up is that later on, the new 61, when this arc is done, are not going to have the same sort of thing. So there's got to be more of a permanent solution. If you excuse me, guys, I'm going to pass it on to Shockwave Prize. We'll go to Red Devil and we'll work back to Monocle again. Shockwave?
Yeah, and I think that daily drip is similar to, what we were talking about earlier, that, get rid of the gotcha style because you have to be able to plan. And it just I just wanted to pop in there and say that that's yet another person that's suggesting a more static flow of material to upgrade the building as opposed to the gotcha style that they have now for the class honors.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, Raider, you're absolutely right. 61 don't need it. They're very well balanced. But from 61 onwards, would get something. So 62, 63s and so on and so forth can use it as part of the feedback would be good. Yes, Red Devil.
So a couple of points.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one, I agree. The difficulty of the game needs to be maintained.
Yes.
Right, to keep interest. So to solve one of this problem, right, where the coding would be complicated, why not have an XO which gives you critical mitigation against these hostiles?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be difficult to come up with. Just it's a 30-minute this thing that you pop up, which gives you crit mitigation or gives you a loot bonus against these.
Yeah.
Right. So you go there, and the percentages could be managed so as to you could have different tiers if they want to do RNG on it. You could have a different tier based ones. for like G6, G7, and carry it forward.
Yeah. Now
So that is one.
That is something the risk breaker brought up as well. Red Devil, so well suggested. And
Yeah.
second point.
Yeah, and the second thing is the biggest clue to Scopely wanting us to slow down was the Seaborg armadas, where they want all three, right? Now, up to 72, it's fine, but you require, actually for a 72, you require all three.
Yes.
G6 epics, reasonably tiered, to be able to beat it. So they're actually pushing you to do rep lock.
Yeah.
Right. To be able to build. Now, when I move forward, when I get to 75, there is no rep lock.
Yeah.
Right. I will have to build one uncommon, then lose all the rep, build the other two to be able to do 75s.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
they have nice ideas, right? But the execution is where it is falling.
Yeah.
Today, the Excelsior loop, if you look at the Excelsior loop,
Yes.
it's more or less dead because the minute you do those two researches, your Excelsior does the entire VJR thing for you.
Yes.
Right? My Excelsior is T11.
Yeah.
I've been managing to do the 72, 73 hostiles for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm completing the loop like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the solutions. But that's good because you brought up those couple of ideas here, and hopefully Quasel, NetNiv, and the other official CCs can sort of pass that feedback on, because there's loads of great ideas here. And
Michael,
from this,
the most important stuff is everybody should pass on feedback, because yes, we might be heard a little bit more than everybody else, but in the end, there are metrics about stuff reported. There are metrics about how people engage with stuff, because they look at numbers. And if suddenly 20, 50, 200 or 500 people report the same issue because they can't do their stuff. And I don't mean like, this is shit, change it. Like, hey, I'm struggling, how I'm supposed to do that? Or I can only kill this and that. And I have talked to various content creators and they tried to help me, but we couldn't figure out the crew that works for me. Go on the official, be in a way that it's respectful, because then they can't dismiss you as being just angry and haven't tried stuff. Explain to them what you did, or explain to them what you think would be a solution. The more people are telling them, that's not working for me, in an, like, say, not positive, but in a realistic way, the easier it is for them to say, okay, maybe we should change that, because that's not what they want. I mean, they want your money, and they want that we play the game, because engagement is a factor. That's the reason why we see a lot of stuff happening for G3 and G4 with reduced research times and other stuff. And might be coming more, and we see less love for G6 and G7, because let's face it, we are the minority of the game currently.
Yeah, true. So just to give George, I'm going to let him the last point here. Then I want to move on to a slightly different topic that involves officer laurels and things like that. Yes, George.
That's what I was just going to talk about.
Oh, dear
Officer
God.
laurels.
Yeah. Okay. So officer laurels, as MJ had said.
Can I just want?
Yeah, go on.
I'm sorry. Can I be? It's really not related to this specifically, or the new thing, but I just want to point out that we spent, I think MJ pointed out, an hour and a half on something that's also very ops specific, and as we like to, we are multi-gen discussion group, so I just want us to kind of be thinking about that as well as we're going through this.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Which I'm trying to get to, but everyone's.
I know you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the officer laurels for whether you're G2, G3, G4, G5. So you start with your badges, which is your thing, right? Once you start hitting the current loop of officers, and it seems someone said that it's in the future, the officer laurels become your new badges you're going to have to chase, and you need a lot of these officer laurels to do. But I'm going to link it to something as well. That the Paragon event is obviously back this weekend for the material spend for officers. And one good thing Quasel pointed out was, did you realize that the number, you know, it said 90 to get your one token of, what is it? What's it called, Quasel? The token that you can...
I don't know, that the one that gives you 20 guaranteed shards of an officer of your choosing of the 3 new ones.
Yes, exactly. It's whatever that is
Or
called.
newer.
Yeah, it's. Do you realize the number doesn't reset? So you'd saved it from the last time that they reissued the chest, and now it's available. So that when you drop down to 1, if you're RNG, which seems to be everybody, by the way, everyone's RNG drops down from 90 down to 1. You get that 20 shard pull. What that does too is twofold for free to play and for spenders. For free to play is that you know that if you can engage in that spend, in that material spend, work your way really higher in it, that when you get to under 90 pulls, you get down to 1, and then it resets itself back onto 90 again. But it keeps dropping down and does that. And that is the thing that people need to be aware of. Quasel, I think that's a good thing, right? Because the number didn't every spend. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, especially if people that kind of participated in the spend SMS. So like not the leaderboard, because that's a whole different story. But I think a lot of players should be able to kind of get to the guaranteed pull if they did both weekends.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
But both weekends of SMSs, yeah, at least, yeah. Which I think is a very valuable thing. Just bear in mind these low. Go on.
Sorry, Nigel. Sorry.
No, jump in, Shockwave.
No, I was going to say I'm here to actually say that you don't need the guaranteed pull, because I got a requisition token back to back, one with the guaranteed pull and one with the first set after that. So it does happen. I've never had that good of luck in this game before, but it absolutely happens. So
just
kudos to Scopely, I guess, for not making it a guaranteed available. Like, you can actually get the thing on the 90 of 90 pull. So kudos to Scopely on that. I'm glad you brought that up, because that was something I wanted to bring up.
Shockwave, with all my heart, kiss my left butt cheek with the one single hair on it. Kiss.
I was shocked. I dropped. I'm a phone player. I dropped my phone. I was like, that wasn't supposed to happen. I guarantee it. And now someone at Scopely's listening to me and say, well, we can't have that. Let's go back in and refigure those odds. Shockwave had good luck. So,
yeah. Shockwave, stop ruining everything for everyone else. That's ludicrous. Just one.
Nerfing Leslie.
Yeah, exactly. Sherlock Ohms, which is quite good because it's a sound thing. Sherlock Ohms says just one. Well, he got one, and then the very next pull he got another. So he got 40 shards for the sake of 91 pulls, which is absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous. Hey, Floyd Davino, it's absolutely better luck than Ascendancy, who can't even get even an artifact, and he's done a lot of things. Some people, it's amazing that did their. Ricardo says, there was plenty surprised with them keeping the numbers from the previous weeks. DJs on the stream did the same. Absolutely amazing to say that as well. But one of the things that people need to be aware of is, okay, that's interesting. For the spenders, Panda Pirate came up with a theory. And I'm going to say it in front of Quasel for the first time, and I await his reaction, because this is going to be quite aggressive. Panda Pirate says, due to the Paragon events and how they are, you can get an epic officer $100 cheaper than previously.
Yeah, maybe, depending on RNG.
No, but because of if you buy the 2 Paragon packs or 3 Paragon packs, I can't remember what you said. Technically speaking, you can you'll pull enough shards of said officer within a certain time, but also you're guaranteed, what's it, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 shards of the officer within the space of $300, I believe, because you get a token of the Paragon pack as well as pulling the RNG for the pack. That I'm just going to say... Yeah, go on.
Did say you need 720k tokens-ish?
But remember, each pack gives you a guaranteed puller as well.
Yeah, that's including the guaranteed.
No, the guaranteed puller gives you 24. So $300 gives you 60. 60 shards. You only need 40 to get within $300. Ooh, he's hesitating. Reminder, Ducat was 600 for a full unlock. Panda Pirate says. Panda Pirate, I hate you so much sometimes. But you're also, you're amazing. But he is right. In a really annoyingly lawyerish way, he is right. That technically, the officer's slightly cheaper. If, well, even RNG is terrible. It's that. But I know, Flossie, no one should spend $300 on an officer. That's just my theory. But that's Panda Pirate trying to put a positive spin on this, if there is anything. The thing we all need to worry about, though, as players from G2, G3, G4, G5, and G6 and G7, is that these laurels, if you're in the lower ops levels, get ready to get your ship to a good level, because this Academy loop will be a vital loop that you need to engage in to get the officer laurels. Otherwise, at the moment, as of the 14th of May in 2026, there is absolutely no other sourcing for these officer laurels in any way. You must find a way to get your ship strong enough to be able to do this loop, because this will become a vital loop in all the loops, which is absolutely amazing. Thanks, Ascendancy. That's the most important thing to sort of keep up on. Sort of Panda Paris says most spenders or whales would rather purchase the officer for $300 than fight everyone in SLBRB. That's just Panda Pirate's theory. That is a spender's theory over there. But for the free to play, the good thing is that gacha set is not resetting, which is great news, so that when you get to 90 pulls, you can at least pull one, and hopefully you can do a shockwave and pull two, which is really annoying. And still,
are we going to call that pulling a shockwave from now? Because that would be great.
Yeah, it's pulling a shockwave, a double fluke, as people call it. Most players would like to source the officer and the material spent without a casino. Agreed, Jim PI. I preferred the COTA.
Yeah, but Nigel,
Go on.
Yes, maybe, but if the RNG holds, that is, because, RNG.
Yeah, well, I will tell you my RNG.
And you get a lot of other stuff. That's true.
Yeah. So,
I mean, the thing is, the gacha thing is maybe not as bad as it feels.
Okay.
Because you're getting a lot of other stuff around it. It's just still, for those that are used to kind of, how do I put it? We're used to having dedicated charts, and if you're adding RNG to it, it shouldn't be worse as it used to be for the same effort.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Maybe that's the...
Well, personally, me, Nigel, this is my personal opinion, I would rather do the COTA version, where I can get the officer, or the tiered material spend that you can do over a whole month. Personally, that's what I personally prefer for a player, because then I can choose when to upgrade anything. I get officer shards for it. I get to get the officer. I'm currently, with my RNG luck, on 3 single shards for the doctor. That's it. That's what I have.
That's not good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's me. Yeah. Month-long retrieving. That's one thing. Personally, I enjoyed the month-long SMS. It's tiered. You keep going. I know there's the annoying thing between one SMS to the other SMS. I'd rather go through that aggro, figure it out, and then be able to get enough officer shards that way. That's personally my feeling. That way, I would engage way more in loops. I don't have to hoard and spend. The new... Yeah, go on.
What you're saying, though, is that what you prefer is a consistent way to plan and then progress.
Exactly, which brings me
the
to
gotcha. It's the double whammy of the gotcha and the range that's really got a lot of people irked. I gotta say.
True, but also it brings me to the point to the Interstellar, whatever it's called now, the new COTA 2.0 or 3.0, is that don't look at that as a full meta. Look at that as single things you might need each day. Like, for example, I looked at it the other day and I'm like, ooh, Excelsior parts. I could speed up my Excelsior. And you know what? I've got excess of this research that I can do. Yeah, boom, I'm in. And then I went and did the SMS, hit a couple of tiers. I was really happy, got some Excelsior parts, pushed my Excelsior up. That's the way I'm using it. And if it seems like it's coming every week, I mean, who knows? But it seems to be coming every week, is I look at every single day's reward as a reward. I don't try and finish the series because that is a very, very different thing. And when we look at those things and plan for those things in a really good way, it gives us a very good chance of doing so. So keep an eye on that as a way of looking at, do you know what? Some Dauntless parts was available on one of them. And I was like, oh, and I've got loads of this stuff that I want to get rid of. And I'll tell you why you can't look at the whole meta as doable. Because number one, there's a major error in it, which that G6 players can't spend faction Sigma credits because they can't get them yet. So that's one major error in that. That is something that people, they need to fix because those players can't use LAT. They can't faction Sigma spend. So they can never finish the meta, ever. But they get faction Sigma spending, which is absolutely crazy. Right, Shockwave?
Right. And that's one of the things that I said yesterday and that you were quick to agree with was that they've got to come up with a different scoring mechanism for that last day. I get it. They want to make it hard because it's a double point score event, but it also doesn't have to be a double point score event.
Yes.
Make it regular faction credits, make it regular Sigma faction credits, and make it a single score event. That way you can have people participating. Because as it is, you may have a G7 player who doesn't even score in that event just because of reasons. They make that last day so unnecessarily hard. And I get that they want to spend. I get that.
Yeah.
But even scoring a point on the other ones, on the other days, is easy if you just through the normal course of daily progression. That one, it's possible not to score a single point based on where you are in your ops level. If you're an ops 71 that just turned to 71, guess what? You don't have any Sigma credits to spend, and you probably don't have any Latinum because you just leveled up to 71.
Yeah, true. And
so,
it's a very good point.
Yeah,
it's a very good point because Ryan MTG asks, why can't they spend LAT? Because 69s can't buy Sigma faction credits. You only see them as 71. So you can never score in that event ever. So you end up being stuck in a very weird loop that you can't get out of. So you're spending your time just going, well, I can't do it. And then so you can never finish the meta for the week. So the way to look at it, and I think who brought it up? Yeah, Retrieving brought up a good point. He says station event is the best one. You get Dauntless parts for it. I'm absolutely up with that. Also, Nutella. Oh, by the way, I do love a Nutella spread on some bread. Nutella. Also 600 parts for the warp drive drive bar. Possible every week. That's huge. Yeah, great. And if you look at them as segregated, simple events, not a full interstellar madness, you can find really good things to pull. So one thing for all those people in our lower ops is your Mako becomes your baby right now till you get to 61, when which these start popping up, which then give you parts to accelerate those specialty ships that you're struggling with. In a weird way, there's a very good sort of logical thing to it. The numbers are insane. You'll never get to the top unless you have an upgraded ship for 75 years. Then you might have a chance to get to the top milestone. But other than that, it shows that is a very good progression path for people to be wary of. So as you're in the lower ops, work your way up on your ship. You've now heard how many people have said your ship needs to be very strong. Have at least one ship. You can do either my style, Quasar style, whoever style that you feel is good, and then work your way up. And the thing is, Riskbreaker says I can do it all the time without Sigma credit spent because I'm not at a 9 trillion rep. I also can't spend my LAT to compete, but I've placed 2 to 5 every week, which is absolutely which is mad. Ricardo, the last event had a LAT spending metric. It does, but it's like it doesn't give you enough points to make it achievable for that. Simon also said I refused to participate on the last day the first time round because I didn't have anything to spend Sigma credits on. I wasn't going to waste my time with syndicate points, given what has happened recently with the Emerald Chain points. Yes, understood. And Lady Command asks a very good question. Let's ask the panel. Which of these ships, Lady Command is a G4, which of these ships is the most important to get from 40 upwards? The Vindicator, the NSCA Protector, the Eviscerator, the NX-01, or the Monavine? I'm going to say Monavine straight away. Quazel?
Ooh.
The Monavine material for me is vital.
Yeah, Monowin is a very good payout, but with the increased payouts down there, maybe not as important anymore as it used to be. All of them have kind of their uses. I mean, the NSA was the protector part of it.
Yeah,
I think
the NSCA Protector is just like Vindicator, the NSCA Protector, the Gorn Eviscerator, the NX-01, or the Monavine.
I mean, in that level range, maybe the protector.
Interesting. To get more.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I actually weigh in on that?
Yeah,
I will
please
say
do.
Quazel's right. The NSCA is definitely a good ship for a number of reasons. One is obviously the mirror space and being able to go up and get the things from the pools up there.
That's true. That's true.
But also, the NSCA became my main ship because there was one arc where I had an event store and I couldn't really get much else. So I literally just poured into the NSCA parts. And I got that ship up really high to the point where it was my main ship, even over the Valdor and the other things. I still use the Valdor and stuff, but it became my main ship. And when you get to 50, there is, I don't think there's an Absolute after 50. So you can actually go super high with it by the time you get to 50. You can get it extremely high. I mean, it takes a long time to obviously get to the higher things, but for a 50, you can get a really powerful ship that can carry you forward into G5. So I'd say the NSCA.
Interesting. Very nicely done.
I mean,
remember
the other ones. I mean, I'm not so sure about the Monavine. I mean, my Monavine kind of just went out and gathered dust, in the Texas space most of the time.
Yeah,
I mean, I did do the pulls, but
yeah,
we're getting lots of pulls now, and I think at their level they probably could. There's not really, other than getting obviously more pass steel and things at their level. There's not a great load in there. And obviously,
yeah. I mean,
the NX-01 for Cindy. Again.
Well, it depends. I mean, there's a few people making suggestions very close to yours. The Flossie says.
However, the one other thing I was going to say is the Eviscerator does, however, have a strong point for your use case because getting the Eviscerator is important for getting around, and it does make a massive difference.
It does, because you can pull more ships and everything. A lot of people have said the Eviscerator is an FKR Armada Ninja, Mr. Tony Sir says. Mickey the Moose says the Eviscerator. Ricardo said the NSCA can be your best ship for the 40s. Fat Unicron says short-term Monavine, long-term Eviscerator on XO1. You don't need the Monavine payouts anymore, Easy as Pie says. Monavine, NSCA, Eviscerator. Studio says Protector, short answer, all of them. But basically, the Eviscerator sounds like a better version at the moment. Yes, go ahead.
Well, it is for one other reason as well. You get one of your higher-ups to punch a hole super high for you.
Yes.
And, you can then drop your Eviscerator, and then all of a sudden you can just go do the Armadas there without, which you could punch up to potentially anyway. So
true.
It does give you a lot of benefits to your Eviscerator without actually being the ship you necessarily doing things with. It's still a good call.
Yeah,
so
and also
I would say the NSCA stroke Eviscerator would be my choice.
Yeah, and also all these you can get in territory except the NSCA. So that would be the thing to sort of aim at. All those in territory, I believe. Yes, all of them for the questions. Hopefully, Lady Command, that gives you an answer, because you can get the Monavine, the Eviscerator, not the Vindicator or NSCA. The Vindicator is if you want your FCs to become higher, your fleet commanders, it becomes a really beautiful drip that lasts forever. And I love it because...
Don't forget, it unlocks all of the fleet commanders, the original ones. So just unlocking the ship. So Vindicator unlock would be very good. The NX-01 is like the whole Xbox stuff around it. It's like, all of those ships are kind of needed. The Monaveen would be my least important one.
Cool. Yeah.
Given the current economy, I think.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's valuable to sort of figure out. So, the
I
Vindicate.
think probably back when we were doing it, Nigel, the Monaveen was important because it was considered a strong ship to attack with as well. It was, because of all the extra ISO damage it did and stuff.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
these days,
resources.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
These
Like
days, less so.
for me in my Ops 49 account, I've focused on the Vindicator because it unlocks all the FCs. That's just giving you what I did with that one. Abs, you have a 38, don't you? Or 39 or 40?
It's now 39.
39.
And my question is, why is the Revenant not an option here?
Oh, hello, Mr. Curveball. The Revenant.
Because that is something that opens up at 40.
Yes.
And will take you all the way through G6.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen.
Materials.
I love that.
It will give you materials. I don't find it as strong as some of the others, especially like the relativity. But
for sure.
And the NSCA, I think, would probably be as strong. Even though it's a bit of a class thing, I still think the NSCA would be stronger for you in the politics.
Yeah.
But yeah, the refinery option is probably stronger there for the Revenant than anything.
Yeah, it says the Revenant gets uplocked at 50, and Mashed Potatoes say the Rev is at 42. Mufasa, who is the G3 guru, says 40. What ops level is the Vindicator to unlock in? It's a 40. So I'm currently 50 shards away from being able to build it once I hit 40 in 27 days' time. It was 27 days yesterday, Mufasa. You got 26. 26, mate. You're getting closer. Which is very important. I did a tally, and this is the order of votes. So let's put it up for a poll. Can you do the poll for us, Netniv? Is that possible?
Yeah, just let me get back to the right tab. Oh,
Yeah.
so many tabs.
Yeah, so Mufasa's like, lies! It's not 26, it's 27. It's actually 26 days, 22 hours, and 13 minutes, sir. So technically, if we're rounding down, it's 26. So that's it.
So is the poll, are we rounding down?
No. So the poll is which is the most. Let's give some feedback to our lovely friends in G4. Right. So and we'll add the Revenant in there as well. Let's ask the Vindicator, the NSEA Protector.
Most useful ship to aim for in G4.
Yeah. So in this tally, so NSEA, Monaveen, Eviscerator, NX01, Vindicator.
GS31.
NX01.
Michael, I just posted the link. I mean, the relativity starts at the same time as the Revenant. The GS31 starts 2 levels later. There's so many ships in there.
40 is insane.
The Dauntless starts at 45. It's like, Jesus.
I'm a G7. I'm a G7 and the GS31 is still my favorite ship.
Yeah.
One sec.
Yeah.
What were the other choices you want in here? Because I got 5.
Yeah, NSCA, Monaveen, Eviscerator, NX01, Vindicator. Not the Revenant, because I think you get it at Ops 42.
So, so Monaveen, Eviscerator,
NX01, and Vindicator.
NX01, and the Vindicator.
Right.
Okay.
Let's get a poll up. Let's put it down for like a minute or less. And here we go.
2.
Okay, 2 minutes. Let's go, people. Vote. What is the most important ship to get after listening to all that feedback from everybody here? And that'll be amazing. Please jump onto the poll. Let's help our team here, because there's loads of people that have great advice. A lot of people, the NSCA is building up. This should be amazing. These ships, the Lady Command makes a point saying these ships are available in the Ferengi store. So I want to pass along which folks should focus on. And there is a poll for you there, Lady Command. And in 2 minutes, you can figure out which is the ones you go for. The reason we haven't gone to any of the GS31, the Revenant, is because they're Ops 42 stuff. So
okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
right.
That's the only reason.
If that's the case, then I say my vote is Vindicator. I think that if you're talking about return on investment, Scopely values each fleet commander as $100. It can unlock all of them. So unlocking that ship essentially gets you a $100 ROI or $400 ROI.
Yeah.
And plus each of those commanders acts as its own research tree. So I would say the Vindicator.
Yeah.
Unlocking it, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Flossie says I've gone for the Eviscerator because of the long-term usefulness. It's a great way to get up in G7 by this point. The NSCA is old news. It does not unlock all of them. Well, almost, like it gives you 80%.
Almost all.
Yeah, 80%
Yeah.
of them. Yeah, 80
I think they said we said the originals. I mean, obviously it doesn't do Khan and Khan, Lorca, and Cisco, but it gets you the niche ones too, the ones that Scopely wants to do more for in the Ferengi store, like Locutus and
Just to
Seven of
say,
Nine.
the polling's almost closed, so if you want to get your votes in, get them in now, quick.
Yeah, get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep my picture of my GS31 in my wallet. Yes, last votes. There we go. The winner is, as you can see in the vote, the NSCA Protector, 62%, Vindicator second, 26%, Eviscerator third at 13%, Monaveen and NX01 are losers. They didn't even get any votes, which is absolutely amazing.
Fleet commanders are important, sir.
Yeah, you are absolutely spot on.
They are important. I mean, Quasar is up here too. I'm up here. I think, MJ Hat, I think we would all say what, Vindicator?
Yeah, it sounds like the
that's
Vindicator
my vote.
Is the way to
I'm
go.
torn between, because the Protector is just of due to the ops logs, because you can unlock it at 40 and can get it up to 50 is the next lock. So if you have it early in G4, it's kind of a powerhouse, and that's why I'm leaning towards the Protector and then the Vindicator, because you can build up anyway your fleet commanders later on, maybe ish, because in the end I would get almost all of them. It's more like a ranking. But yeah, it's tricky.
There it is. That's exactly the point. Each one of these ships have their own unique ability and their own thing that adds to the overall experience. So really, realistically, you do need them all. You do need to go through and unlock each and every one of them. Maybe not the Monaveen.
I mean,
anymore.
Don't forget the Evis. You've got a weekly event for that, so
yeah,
you will unlock that at the same time as other things. So.
I would even say that the Discovery has its use, because especially in G7, getting your ships where you need them in a quicker time frame before you unlock insta warp on your with your syndicate level with your surveys. The Disco is a great help too, especially with the expanded research for the warp range. So that's another big one.
Yeah, and Easy as Pie says range in the refinery over ship power. G4 has a lot of ISO damage now. Hostiles are trivial. I have an Ops 46 alt account, and he's finding it quite easy.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's true. That's always very good point, and good to know these things as well, because then it just refreshes our memory. And Lady Command says that's locked until 42. The Discovery. So there's loads of choices there for a lot of the players, but this is what we do. You come here, you ask the questions, we give you answers, debate them, fight them, sort of discuss them, and then end up with hopefully a great solution. Dice says unlock the Vindy for the refinery and then get the Protector for use. McShiz says there's a lot of damage locked behind the NSCA research. This isn't a ship to skip. Another great advice there. So do that. Red Devil, anything you want to throw in there? I saw you unmuted.
Yeah, so I think Eviscerator should not be, I don't think it's that relevant anymore, because the Discovery and Insta Warps have mitigated that. And if anybody in your alliance already has an Eviscerator, they can open up a warp once for you, and NXO, you can relocate your base there anytime you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's superb.
So Eviscerator, yeah. So if as long as you're in an alliance who has anyone has it, you can go. Like I'm unlocking areas in Ops 70 level 75 systems for my lower folks. So that's there.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
The Eviscerator, SNV officers, Stranger World officers, all of them are used widely, and ship parts.
Yeah,
no, but the ship parts in the GS31 is much better, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so
It
yeah,
adds up.
the ship parts are quite summoning a year after is a year after getting the disco. Anyways, loads of people with suggestions and everything. And MJ Hat Mufasa says the towel just came in and he just obviously christened it. I don't know why Mufasa's saying that. MJ Hat sounds a bit weird, but okay. Mufasa, you christened the towel. Interesting. So you did your daily
Yeah,
pull.
listen. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Mufasa, don't forget to do your daily pool. I'm sure everything will be fine. Just wash that thing, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget to bring the towel.
It's amazing. Yeah, not everyone can use those tiers. Any final questions and everything like that? I need some help doing my polls. Ragestar says that is what certain level of spending gets you. There are some people who provide that service for you for a lovely nominal fee. Panda Pirate's getting excited. Are we all ready? Shall we move on to marbles, ladies and gentlemen? Everyone go to Twitch.
I got a question.
And George, yes, go ahead.
Well, I want to discuss when we started with Laurel.
As soon as the match
Yes.
bell rings.
It's,
Ding, ding, ding.
so Laurel is
You
the
will
new
punch Corey straight in the groin.
to upgrade your officers currently. Last arc we had the other officers. They don't, and it's tied in. It's like all these tearing up.
Yeah.
They're having their own tokens.
Yes.
Currency, and we can't
You're
get
looking
enough
at it
of
wrong,
that.
George. George, I don't want to
All right.
interrupt you, but also I don't want you to go further into that because you're looking at it the wrong way. The officers in the last arc, in the walk arc, and things like that, they required a currency to measure up. The laurels are replacing the badges.
No, they're replacing the
tier up.
It's like laurels are like independent credits 2.0. That's the
Correct.
best way
They're
to
the
frame
independent
it.
credits.
So
yeah,
right.
They will be at least for the foreseeable future. You know, everything with Scopely is subject to change.
Yes.
But the current plan is that the laurels will be used for the time being for all new officers.
But the only way to get the laurels is through dual waves. This is the
Yes.
first time we have waves that you have to grind, and then you get a portion of it. You don't get a whole directive, 1400 directive every day to do a dual wave.
Yeah.
To
I'm
get
with you
your
there.
currency.
Yes.
So it is a backwards from previous where we always got a directive, or you buy the battle pass, wave battle pass, and you had extra directive. Do it.
Yeah.
Get your officers or whatever on the faction store. Now they went backwards, and we just got a new currency from the other officers that we need for Armanas.
Yeah, so
lower level Armanas.
So just to be clear, George, this is just part one of this. I'm sure something in part two will increase those things, and it's double gated. And I understand
They didn't increase for the officers. I think I got that one of them. What you call a Phoenix guy?
Yeah.
I got 800 of them. Parts. I only get tier 1 because I'm using to get artifacts, get all the other tasks, other stuff, research.
Yeah.
So I don't have enough tools to get officer tier ups currency.
I understand, George. It's always the first level of these things and parts that bring challenges that are a little bit out there, right? So this is where, hopefully the feedback comes in and they look at the challenges here.
Would like the feedback say, let's look at the last arc too. You guys added that currency. Now you added this currency. I mean,
I get it.
It's hard.
I get it, but I'd rather they focus on this arc because these people are currently working on this arc, so they have a chance to do that right at the moment. I understand the previous arc and it's got its issues, and I'm sure primes and whatever things will come in towards that. But for this particular arc, this is part one. This is where hopefully the CCs and the CMs can then send the feedback into the team and let them know about this, which is a critical thing. So I completely understand you will be part
I mean,
of...
I heard it from everybody for the last 2 hours. We're all
Yeah.
struggling. A lot of players with officers. They're nerfing the officers,
No, but
older officers,
but the
because
thing
they
is,
want us to gain more of the newer one. But it's harder for us, majority, unless you're Panda Pirate, spending $300 and getting lucky,
so
or somebody else here that gets lucky.
so
It's hard
George,
for the rate.
let me tell you my style. I got 2 shards of the Academy Doctor. I don't care. I am happy with my officers at what I have at the moment. They don't want to give us that officer and don't want us to get the rare version of it. It doesn't matter to me. I will continue playing the game the way I want to play it. When and if I get those officers in the near future, I will definitely want to sort of look into this. But I'm keeping an eye on the laurels because that is something that I want to pull and get a stock of every day. If this is our new currency for the future, then I'm going to keep a close eye on it and do 1 pull a day. Very small. Look, I know the dual waves are difficult. I know everything's difficult with that. All I'm asking people to do is that focus, get your highest base player. And if you struggle to get that person, doesn't matter. If you get them once every month, collect all your starts, do a once a month wave marathon where you do it with a friend who's a little bit higher. Go and achieve those wins. You will get enough. And then the next part 2 of this, I hope will increase some of the stuff that we're struggling with. And then that will be the thing that you're aiming for. I hope
Nigel, did you look at? Did you and Quasar look at the rewards of the dual waves level? They're not the same. You get science. I think science for Laurel is wave 3 and wave 4. Wave 1 and wave 2 is for just the officer. It's not a balance. If it was 3 levels, get your academy or your science,
George,
each level a little bit higher, it'd be nicer.
George, I know it'd be nicer, but it's their decision to make. I'm telling you, at doing 70 waves, level 70, I did 3 of them. I've got enough pulls for a week plus. I am comfortable. And then the next part is I will get enough credits to do 1 more wave. I'll do that and it'll work. I promise you, buddy, this is only part 1. Quazel's definitely heard it, and everyone's heard it here. We will definitely get it sort of looked at by part 2. Just the feedback right now, let's hope they'll look into it. They might make a change. They're doing maintenances pretty much every Tuesday. I don't know if there'll be one this Tuesday. That is something to look forward to. Yeah, exactly. So let's take a deep breath. It is definitely feedback we can put in. And if that's okay, we can have that discussion on Sunday. I'd rather move on to marbles.
Can I was going to say, can I ask a question?
About racers, I think Lost and Racers are better.
My goodness.
Nigel's gonna kill me.
And we're moving on to marbles, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
I just wanted one last comment. Talking about the Eviscerator, my favorite ship of G4 into G5.
And ladies and gentlemen, Abs has been kicked off the stage. Exclamation point play in the chat. Off we go. Let's go, people. Abs is still here. He's still surviving. A chance to win a mug and a chance to do stuff. Netniv, if it's not anything to do with marbles, you can kiss my Lady Patu. Oh, wait a minute.
I was literally going to ask you a question. It was a serious question. Is it time for marbles? But, you just went ahead and did it anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. Come on in, people. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Here we go. And we get through it.
How many predictions are we doing today?
Well, we should do the first prediction instantly on number 1. Because I think people throw their...
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it now. Because then no one knows what style people are playing. Come and do this. Exclamation point play into the chat. Let's go. This is your chance to win a mug from STFCbriefings.com. If we get to and finish a level 5 hype train, we will transfer
you have 1 minute on your predictions.
1 minute, your predictions. And so go in there. I'll give you the time. Yeah, Lady Patu just laughed. She's
Nigel.
Like, yes, go ahead.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I've noticed a trend in the chat. There was a couple of people saying that MJ needs a pity mug. So since KJ's not here, I guess I'm going to be the one to,
Yeah, well, I only have one response to that. What a pity. So here we go. Exclamation point play. Let's go.
Such a lovely guy, this Nigel.
I mean, if you want a pity mug, does it come with the same thing that's coming on your T-shirt?
Yes, the pity mug will have a picture of Jason V-neck in a G-string. So anyways, let's go. Expedition will play it to the chat. Well, it's a pity, right? So you drink it going, oh no, why'd I get this mug? It's a pity.
That image is burned into my. You can't unsee it.
We will play his music video in a sec. No, of course not. We won't play his music video. Expedition will play. Let's go. What's the prediction so far? Worth it then. Yeah, Ricardo's like, yeah, I'm in. Ah! Lady Command is screaming. Here we go. Expedition will play. Press start. We need to crack on. Let's see what mug you choose. Just let you know, tonight, Daystros says he'll buy 5. Tonight, I'm releasing the Starfleet Academy t-shirt and mug. I'm not really happy with it, but it's there.
There's some big money being played here.
Oh, okay. All right, we're pressing start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is going to be fun.
I don't even see the prediction. It's so weird sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't. But if you type... Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking like 70k, I think, in total.
Oh, wow. This is going to be awesome. Here we go. Murphy's taking an early lead. Forgotten Seconds trying to work his way through. That Murphy says, I'm way ahead, and he misses the hole. Everyone's got crazy. 100 bits by Simon Says, and Murphy just died. You just watched him die in front of everybody. We watched that death with our own eyes. This is going to be quite exciting. Brian Racer just died. Mickey the Moose just died. Murphy just died. Salatronian got iced. Retro Fury just died. Hype Train incoming. Remember, guys, let's give everything to Ambitious About Autism, which is going to be a fantastic charity that does incredible work that they do for them. So let's help them out with a big thing. Here we go. 100 bits by Rage Starve to send us into that hype train and keep us going. The battle makes it work through. General Hulk just died. Panama just died. John Jones just died. Panda Pirate died a death. E11E, 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 and Crisito. Oh, Crisito, I really like you. I don't know why you died. As they work through. Here we go. Rage Starved is there. Everyone's working way through there. Sedox is there. Everyone's trying to go. Tosh is trying to work his way through. He's looking below. And ants on the CDOS. You were like an ant and fell into CDOS, which is quite interesting. Captain Nyla Scott is working way through. We're there on the level 1 hype train. Let's go. Anything that could send us through. Posture check by Brizardo. I am sitting in the right way. And here we go. Forgotten Sex in the lead. But Forgotten Sex is messed up because the macaron, which is the French delicious sweet that you can have that gives you 579 calories with 1 bite, is the most delicious thing anyone's ever had. Macaron is in the lead. Macaron has got a chance here. After thinking so well through, Macaron is working the way to the end. Macaron goes past the sort of hits and stuff. Macaron's got a chance here. Can Macaron do it? Macaron misses the hole. For God's sakes. Misses the whole day. Oh no, Daystros can't win again. Daystros is battling. Daystros is holding him off. He got a hit. Daystros misses. Captain Palmer misses. Stalatorian, you are the winner of a mug from STFCbriefings.com. Well done, buddy. What a great win. No one seems to be finishing second. Everyone's dying a death. There's a chance to throw there. Is anyone going to cause any havoc? Cottontail.
Wow.
Stalatorian, you have 2 finishers. Halo is 3. Mad Hatter's 3. How many finishers we got? Jumper. Oh no, misses. Only 3 finishers, Niv. Only 3. Still only 3. Niv, we have 3 finishers. 3 finishers.
I mean, it did. Ooh. Okay, one of the 6. No, that's it. That was just 3.
3.
Wow.
3 finishes.
Would you believe Mash 314 is probably going to be laughing at what he gets next?
Oh my God. Stalatorian, you are the winner. Exclamation point Discord into the chat. Find me on the right hand side. Nigel, exec producer. Click on my name and send me a DM. You are DM to choose anything. You can go exclamation point.
It's been rigged for sure.
Yeah,
I know
100%.
It.
The result is 1 to 3.
He put in 6,000 and he got 25,300 back.
Wow, that's fantastic news. Okay, we are 2 minutes in the hype train. 3 subs. Let's keep it going. Mug number 2.
Our big losers were Mufasa.
Let's go. Exclamation point play into the chat. Mufasa.
Yeah,
that's not nice.
Oh, you just missed.
Both had 10k, and they happily donated that to math.
Exactly. MJ Hat did not win again. He's usually a good predictor. Here we go. Exclamation point play for the second mug. 2 out of 5. Let's keep going. Wow. The Peace and Assimilation, you subscribe. Thank you so much for the subscription. Anyone that can subscribe, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, it would help me out if we can do it for 3 months. Just subscribe without being gifted. It means that more money can go into the charity, less can go to Twitch. It helps us out. So if anyone is willing to subscribe, this would be the time to do that. Marco subscribed at tier 3 for 3 months. Wow. Martok, you hero. My God, that sends us what a generosity. That's amazing. That gives us the PP points that we're looking for. Anyone that can do it, I'm only asking you to do it 3 months. Then you can, tell me, middle finger me and tell me to F off.
If you're doing 3 months, do it tier 1, then tier 2, then tier 3, because each tier counts separately.
Yes.
And that's then more points.
Yeah, more points for the first month, and then after that, we still need to replicate the other points.
Yeah, unless people cancel and do it anew. You need to go to DJs to learn that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, that's a really good place to learn those things. You can you can cancel and do it again, which is amazing. Thank you very much. Whoever can help me do that, I'd really appreciate you. I'd rather give more to charity, less to Twitch. So here we go. We are 1 sub away from getting to the next to finishing the level 2 hype train. I'm gonna exclamation point play, and that is amazing. Exclamation point play, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. I'm going to press start now. We have 102 in there. That's going to be battle. Simon says you just made it. Ranscoop, you just made it. Karasatach made it in. Karasatach, get me that
Marbles
email.
on the board.
Yeah, John Deere, let's go. Gary Busey is boosting early, but there it is. 100 bits or more to cause some havoc. Wow! Don't gift in production center with 5 gifted, and everything's going crazy. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Keeps us going. It's absolutely fantastic. Jim P.I. and Captain Chris Pike takes a lead. He's trying to get ahead. Thank you so much, Doctor. Don't test in production, but we want to test in production, so we'd rather not test in production, but test in production. So hopefully that works out well. The battle continues here. You can see all the marbles getting through. 100 bits or more causes havoc. And Alicia causes havoc here and there. Moth, Jim P.I.
There's so many people there. I'd just love to see a bomb go off right in the middle.
Exactly. Rage Star. Beans. Yes, you are right.
Wait, no, I fell off.
Now, everyone's...
You went with me.
No, it's absolute chaos going on. Jim P.I. just died. Fat Unicorn just died. An absolute chaos going into this battle. Keep going. We're level 4 hype train thanks to Don't Test in Production's generosity. Remember, 50 bits or more. 100 bits causes 10 things. 50 bits causes 2 things. Candid Onion, you just died. Captain Palmer just died. Tacos, Chemtech just died. Twin Fando, retrieving Killer Angel, Flossie, Chuck Norris. Oh, God bless you. Salatorian, Bright, Daystros, STFC Raider. You're all dying. You're all dead. Big Bear, STFC's working in there. But we do have D Camel. D Camel is in the lead. D Camel's beating everybody. D Camel's like, ha 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 ha. F you, mother effers. Woohoo! I'm winning. Or he does it like this. He goes, hey guys, F you and F you and F you as I'm winning this battle.
GFY.
GFY. Boom. And you just got boomed. I just died. Oh no, I just died. D Camel just died to death, which gives General Hulk the lead, who's going backwards. No, General Hulk, you need to go the other way. The other way. General Hulk. Okay, yeah, the roundabout's sending him the right way now. He goes past, gets round the corner, trying to battle his way through. Missed the bomb, General Hulk. He missed the bomb. Okay, he's working his way through. One more roundabout to get through. A prayer for D Camel, please. Portugala la barcatida, portuguese, portumonte, la muta grande, la batsknina, until melikete, ayya, to the God above. See you go. There you go. As we give that prayer to him, Ostis got a chance to win it. Ostis, you missed. Why'd you jump over the hoop? You didn't go through the hoop. Ormazod missed it. Lancelot missed it. Mad Hatter, Contel, John Drell, Joe Work. Everyone's dying. The winner has got to be Ghost Pepper. Almost did it. And Karasatach. Karasatach has done it. Karasatach, you are the winner of an STFCbriefings.com mug. Go in there, pick the mug of your choice. Find me, !point Discord, Nigel. On the right-hand side, click on my name, DM, and say, yo, fam, sort me out a mug in it. Like, you need to say it like that. Yo, blood, you give me mug, huh? Yeah? You give me mug,
in
yeah?
It, bruv.
Yeah, in it, bruv. Or, as they say in Austrian, Quasel will say to you, Karasatach, you're the winner. Congratulations on winning a mug. Now, if you win twice, you can turn the mug into a t-shirt. So, maybe you wish you can win twice. Oh my God, we only had one finisher. This would be the one to gamble on. Right, here we go. Race number 3. While the hype train's going, we've got level 4. X-Switch Point play into the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are 4 subs on 1.6k bits, and Alicia's throwing 100 bits, which is very kind. Let's see if we can keep it going. X-Switch Point play. Let's get over the 100 people in there. We seem to get at them all the time. This battle is huge. Mug number 3. Remember, if we can finish a level 4 and finish a level 5, that mug would turn to a t-shirt. So if you want to give it a chance, this is the thing. Rage Starve is He's got himself pre-ready with a boost. He's ready to go straight ahead instead of people. 1 minute left. 3 subs to go. Let's see how it goes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Remember, people, keep it going. A chance to win here and do really well. Mufasa's got himself in so he can safari his way into a win. See what I did there, Mufasa? Why so blurry? Because we can't afford the high resolutions of everything else. I will increase the resolution next time. Keep coming, keep going. What's your Discord, bro? I was having computer issues yesterday and couldn't join it. That's Iron Fister. He's asking Iron Fister. We'll give you Fisty's link as well, JD. We'll see how that works. Let's go. 30 seconds left on the hype train. 30 seconds left. We need 1.5k bits or 3 subs. 3 subs to go. So 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and here we go. The race begins. Q-Dog be lurking. You managed to make it in last minute. Orion MTG, I don't know if you made it in. Loads of bits will send us in there. Can we get any more, or is this hype train going to end early? 10 seconds to go. We only need 4 subs. 4 subs to go. 100 bits by Rage Star trying to cause some havoc. And Andalicia with 100 bits. 5 seconds left on the hype train. Looks like it's going to end. Hype train's going to end. We need 3 subs. Oh, no, but Captain Chris Pike saves the day. He finally got it in time. For the first time in history, Captain Chris Pike made it in. Well done, Chris Pike. You have sent us into there, and JP's in the lead. Baby JP.
I'm just a child trying to learn how to play STFC Briefings. I'm child. Boo boo gaga gaga gaga. Please go follow me on Twitch.
JP, was that a good
I want a
impression?
piece of whatever you're having.
What? It's a rotten apple.
Goo goo gaga. Bata JP.
JP did it. JP, did I do that all right? Hey, I'm trying to promote your stream here, JP. Just what's happening? Retriever's like, don't ask. No, ask me the question.
Goo goo gaga gaga. They like things like this.
JP, come on, JP, to win. JP's like, yes, this is absolutely correct. This is how I sound. Yeah, but he's got a bit of a Welsh accent. That's quite exciting from that. Welsh? I think it's Welsh. I can't remember.
Who? JP? No, he's not Welsh.
Yes, he is. He's very,
It's more Cornwall, isn't he?
Cornwall? Put the edibles down.
He's got the tractor. He's got a tractor accent.
Yeah, but it's just Halo's going there. Cornish. No, that's more Irish. Here we go. The battle continues. Swam L Gunner. Well, hopefully Arsenal win.
Told you. Devonshire.
Devonshire. That's a fake accent. That's not Devonshire. He's definitely faking that one. And the winner is Fat Unicorn. You are the winner. Fat Unicorn. You are the winner. Congratulations, Fat Unicorn 42. You are the winner of an STFCbriefings.com mug. Congratulations.
How many finished?
And we are over 10 so far.
No, well, we're over 10. That's done.
Is that
10 plus?
Predictions going, yeah, so 10 plus, so give it up. So close. I conquer you so close. If you were in a stream early, you'd be saying different, Nigel. Oh, no, I'd be like, Mufasa, the roar of the lion
enjoy those
gives you a chance.
2.5k extra channel points there, MJ.
Yeah, MJ is getting more talent points. Fat Unicorn, you are the winner. Congratulations. You have won a mug. Someone tag him and say, well, congratulations. Yeah, oh, there you are, Fat Unicorn. So all you need to do, exclamation point Discord, join the Discord, find me, Nigel, on the right-hand side, DM me, go to exclamation point merch, or find any mug you like in STFC Briefings, pick one, and you can get it for free. Right, exclamation point play. Let's get into number 4 out of 5. This is Hype Train. We're almost finishing level 5. We're so close. 2 subs away from getting us there to finishing a level 5. If we can do to 10, then it can turn into a jacket, if you want the jacket. Or you can get a bundle, which is a t-shirt, a mug, and a pair of disgusting socks all at once.
Ooh, socks.
Yeah, exactly. This is your chance to do that. 2 minutes left to do that. Exclamation point play into the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This marble race is for all the marbles in the world. Are you ready? From the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on a certain date. Let's get ready to marble! Exclamation point. Play to begin. E11E, E11E, E11E. Captain Chris Pike, you made it in. Exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This is your chance to get in there and win something really exciting. Let's see how it goes. Exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go. Remember, if you can subscribe, it would be really amazing if you can do it. Just do it for the next 3 months. Help me out, and then all the points count for the next 3 months. I have Toxic Caucus in my store. We do have Panda Pirate socks. We do have Mactaco socks, but we will have the Starfleet Academy, which will be released today. Tokyo Terror, you made it in. Here we go. I'm pressing start. Exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go. Green Tea, you made it. Here we go with a chance. Rage Starved. Are you raging? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The battle begins. The marbles go. And you managed to make it in, Red Devil, at very last minute. 50 bits or more to cause some havoc. Chronox is taking an early lead. He's laughing at everybody going, you can't defeat me. And Chronox is laughing. He's like, ha, 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 I'm ahead. No one can beat me. Wow. 100. Oh, God. There's so many things that happened. 100 bits by Iron Fist. 100 bits by Andalucina. 100 bits by Simon Says. We're 40 seconds away from finishing this hype train. 600 bits will get us there. 100 bits by Vega. Everyone's getting exploded. People have died. Net Nivis died. Panaman's died. Twin Fango just died. Vega got a boosted. Taco. Tech-Mex managed to eat a taco on his way down. Retro Fury just died. MJ had to died. Ricardo just died. Gary Busey, I just saw you fly over the edge going, whee. 20 seconds left to get us there. And we have made it with Simon Says with 500 bits to cause absolute havoc. He's dingled people. Quasel has been boosted, dingled, and thrusted at the same time. And he's like, ooh. Oh, who knows?
And he loved it.
And he's like, ooh, who knows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like,
you know,
whatever.
the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Quasel got that feeling of good. Yeah, Murphy, you are in the lead on your own. You're trying to battle your way through. Simon Says, of course, the havoc to send us there. So this is now a T-shirt win. So this is the time to throw the bits. Do you want this T-shirt? This is your chance. Who's going to win the T-shirt? The T-shirt can turn to something absolutely ludicrous if we get to level 10, but we're not going to get level 10 in the middle of this, so it'll definitely a T-shirt. You can look Brian Racer. Look at Brian Racer on his own, really far away. Who's a little cute little Brian Racer? Little cute little Brian Racer. You can make it through. And here we go. Kelric the Frenchie's like, Sac le rouge, potin. Pas mal ma tête. Vite, vite, vite. Murphy's taking the lead. He's gone Peg Alley, otherwise known as JP's favorite area. We move on. Red Devil's right behind him. Susie 22's there. STFC Data Jess says, hello, Nigel. I can't do the German accent. I'm not going to try. Murphy is still in the head. And Murphy's got there. Murphy, you've got...
decision.
Exactly, worked his way through Guten Tag and all that as Schkarka, so viel Kaka and Schleppel, your way to the end. Can Murphy do it? He gets past Mustachio. Murphy jumps over it. Why did you jump over it? J-Babe wins! J-Babe wins! What a wit, son of a... Crazy, can you stop losing? Crazy, can you actually boy better than the Russian yesterday? What are you talking about? It's Ukrainian I was going for. You chose the wrong... everything, yes. The Ukrainians speak like, it's very good, yes. J-Babe, you are the winner. It's very good. I conquer you. You are victorious with that one. Yes, very nice. Very nice, very evil. Great win, J-Babe.
I mean, speaking of the Germans, I actually learned something yesterday, which is that apparently the kit car had a completely different accent over there.
Yeah, congratulations, J-Babe.
Rather than
really
what it sounds like for us. Yeah.
I conquered you. What do I get for placing second twice? My absolute condolences for your horrendous RNG, but also very good RNG, but not quite good enough. 2 in a row. What are the odds?
Who's number 4?
Yeah, number 4 is Quasel. Quasel. Who knows? Why is it green? Who knows? No one knows. You need to get a green marble, Quasel. Right, for the... We'll continue while the hype train is going. So, so that's a T-shirt, by the way, J-Babes. You get to pick a T-shirt. So, any T-shirt from the store is yours. The Starfleet Academy one will be released tonight as well. Tonight my time, so it'll be a good time. Exclamation point play into the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. If we can get this hype train to level 10, we can turn it into a second T-shirt or turn it into a jacket and make something a little bit more exciting. Let's go, let's go. Hey, yo, Wickeds, how you doing? It's level 5 hype train. Let's see if we can get it 8 subs or 3.7k bits to get us going. Exclamation point play into the chat. A chance to win a mug. It'll be the 5th giveaway. Let's go. 3rd, 2nd in a row. Hopefully you can make it. Ghost Pepper.
Marbles on the stream.
Yeah, marbles on the stream. Do it. Deep in your space.
ASMR.
ASMR.
Only for you, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. MJ hat for life. The bell's ring rung. The battle's begun. I'm about to press start. Anyone else? Exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
It has a great plan.
Yes, you have a great plan. What
Good.
is it? Yes?
As soon as the match bell rings.
Yeah,
Ding, ding,
bell
ding.
rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will punch Corey straight in the groin.
In the groin. Okay, cool. In the groin. Okay, Master VIP, you have made it in. Here we go. This is awesome. This is awesome. Zep Zoso has made it in. This is one play. Here we go. The race begins. The whole herd begin and way through. 50 bits or more to cause some havoc in there. Is anyone going to be brave enough to absolutely obliterate this in any way possible? Sherlock Holmes made his way through. But then the ants on a Cedos, we just watch you die to death beyond deaths beyond never known. Ricardo is in the lead. Ricardo JP. JP's like,
I get back, baby. Get past you. Made
it through. Q-Dog be lurking with 100 bits. Antalisa with 100 bits. And D-Camel got iced. And he's like...
7 more subs.
Yeah, exactly. 7 more subs to send us there. We're 20 seconds left. 7 more subs to send us there. Let's see how close we are. 15 seconds left with the subs. Can I grab while I'm prime subbed? Yes, you can, Brian Racer. I think you can. You can do that, and it works, and I don't know what happened to your Prime sub, but it does that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 5,
Oh, basically,
4,
every month you have to redo your Prime
7 subs. Anyone? 1. No, it's done. This will be the last race. We've called it. Here we go. This is the last race. Mufasa it got himself into the lead. A chance to do sats. Thank you for the hype train. It gets us throwing. Mufasa trying to battle. E11E hits the bomb. And Mufasa's like, calling all his safari friends, going, Auga, 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 Uga, Uga, Uwaga, Uga, Uga, Uwaga, Uga, Uga. Some sort of weird Mufasa chant for his make his way through. But Tokyo Terror is right behind him going, Arigato, Doyotoyo Mitsukata. I will destroy you. So this. Hadouken! He's right behind him while Mufasa's working his way through. He's past Mustachio roundabout. Ricardo's like, what the hell's going on? Chronox is like, yes, but I'm Dutch and I can try to win these things and it'll be good. But Tokyo Terror takes the lead. He's like, Ryu versus Ken. Mufasa versus Tokyo Terror. Hey, who's going to win this one? Doyotorio Miskata. Warawasarana. Gikyu Himesada! And Tokyo Terror wins! Tokyo Terror said that! So this arigato! Tokyo Terror! Doyotorio Mitsukata! Warawasarana! Kiguhi Mitsada! Kakagawa Ika Tokyo Terror, you are the winner. And I conquer you! Finishes second for the 3rd marble race in a row. Tokyo Terror, congratulations. Someone tag him in. 3 times in a row, I conquer you. That is the most ridiculously ridiculous luck I've ever seen in my life. Tokyo Terror, you are the winner. Congratulations, Tokyo Terror. Are you ready to win a mug? All you gotta do, !point Discord, just like that. I think Unconquer You deserves a pity mug. Unconquer You, do message me as well. I will sort you out. Tokyo Terror, you are the winner. And you are we'll give you that tier. Oh, and a gifted sub from Simon says to I Conquer You. Congratulations, you got something like that. !point Discord. Find me on the right-hand side, Tokyo Terror. DM me, Nigel. Pick anything from STFCbriefings.com. And this is your chance to win any mug you like. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for everything. And that was a lovely stream, and we got through it, even with George's lastminutequestions.com. And that site will obviously close down. Let's play the video, and I would like to send a big raid to a few friends here who are desperate to try and get a big number in. So if you don't mind staying, that'd be amazing. Always when we get to 151 people drop, please don't drop to give us a chance. I will play the video as a thank you to everybody, and we will see you on Sunday.
Space, the final frontier.
These are the continuing voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds.
Boldly going where no man.
Where wiser men.
Massive actress that plays marbles. Send as many numbers we can. Let's go. Let's give her the love.